got all the dice now.
As do I.
Killer. We have all the dice. We have all the players. And then the last thing would be, may you have all the luck tonight.
That's a good question, actually. Does luck persist between sessions?
It does.
Okay, cool.
It does. You get to keep yours.
I got some luck.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so today is the second expedition into the halls of Arden Vul. It is the first of Deuterios. It is the day of the week is Tots Day, and it will be raining. So we're going to be picking up with you all leaving the Inn of the Broken Head into the great city of, or the ruined city, the great ruined city of Arden Vul, I should say. And let's go around the horn and see who's here, and then kind of roll the initiative for the crawling round. So let's go from top to bottom in Discord right now. So starting with you, Barricado.
Okay. So I am playing Ingvar today. He is a Wiscan fighter, a barbarian. He has travelled down from the cold lands in the north in search of glory and treasure in these soft, southern, civilized lands.
Perfecto.
And I shall be playing Håkon Sigurdsson. I am also a Wiscan. I'm a pirate, a pirate thief, who has come down to these warmer climes, also in search of glory and good food and companionship.
And I am playing Kalamanos, the fortune teller, a seer from the Arcontian capital, who's travelled down. Well, he's been in Arden Vul for 10 days now, hanging out at the inn, waiting for some suitable adventurers to delve with, and he's after forbidden knowledge in the halls, if possible.
Yeah.
I'm playing Heronby Gladheart, halfling bard, who is here to make his fortune.
Beautiful.
And I am Caius Calvus, a Arcontian mercenary captain who is here for the same reason he has always been, the motherfucking money.
Nice.
Beautiful. Okay, so then that means for our crew here of 5, part of the weird things about Shadowdark is that we're going to roll a initiative for the crawling part of the game, because this game uses always on initiative. Unlike the first session, I'm not going to make us go through the list really regimentedly. The important part of this is everybody kind of gets to do an action during the exploration phase before I get to have to roll the encounter, take down clocks, blah, blah, blah. That's really like the spirit of it, right? Is limiting. So you can't just be like, hey, I'm going to cast Bless on 4 of us, and that counts as a dungeon turn. Like it's, that kind of stuff, right? So just to kind of limit things. We're going to play it just in the spirit of that today, rather than the strict regimented way I went for the first session. So could everybody please roll initiative? That's your D20 in the DD dice. And the person who rolls highest, let me know. Because that would be the order of operations through the
And just to make sure this is still modified by dexterity.
Should be. Oh man, is it you again, Jay?
I rolled an 18.
Sorry.
Who got the highest?
I got an 18 with modifiers.
I got an 18 with modifiers.
Is it a tie?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Who has the higher dexterity number? Is it also a tie?
Mine is 14.
Mine is 14.
Okay, then you two will rock, paper, scissors, or just decide who wants to go first. If you let Che go first, you won't be going last, Ed.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Che go first. I'm gonna let Che go first. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Grand. So for those types of purposes, that would make sense. Okay, so then sorry, Barricado, you will be at the end of the initiative. So the way we do it for those who are not initiated in the Discord, in the voice channel, we go through clockwise, which just means going down the list alphabetically, right? And that's sort of how the cycle will work. When it comes to combat initiative, we're going to reroll initiative, and then that will be just like the same process as crawling initiative. Rather than figuring out who rolled second highest, it's whoever's highest, and it just goes down the list. So, if Ed rolls highest again, that means, guess what? The monsters are going second. That's just kind of how it goes. So anyways, like I said, it is the first of Deuterios. It's Tots Day. You're in the top of, I guess we'd say like the northwestern corner of Arden Vul in the ruins, if you're looking at the Miro map. And I know we were talking about returning to the temple, right? The giant pyramid in Arden Vul. But I don't know if that was decided on by the group. And if somebody wants to nominate themselves as sort of like the caller for the night, or like the tiebreaker of decisions, go ahead and do that. Will also tell me a decision.
So we wanted to start at the inn, I believe, was what I saw in chat earlier.
Yeah. The Inn of the Broken Head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're talking about maybe going to the Temple of Thoth, which we've been told is the main entrance into the dungeon.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds... Yeah, okay.
But I have to say, I don't think we saw an entrance. We went up that pyramid last time, and I don't think we saw an entrance either. So I think we'd have to figure that out,
In.
possibly. Yeah. The other place, when we were coming up the stairs, we found a hidden entrance that the beastman came out of.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in favour of going back there, but that is another option. And then there are a bunch. We went past a bunch of towers that we.
Yeah.
Because it was because we're eager to get to the inn. We kind of just powered past.
Yeah. Sorry, just to expand a little bit on what Kalamanos would know from the last expedition. I think when we were up on the temple, we were kind of focusing on getting a survey of sort of the city. But upon a cursory glance, was like, oh, there's more at the top of the temple to figure out at the time. But it was kind of at the end of the session, and we were kind of wrapping up. So we didn't really have a chance to really explore and see if there is an entrance on the top there. But I will let you know that there are other entrances to the dungeon. There are multiple entrances into the dungeon scattered all over this place.
It's also possible someone at the inn might know how to get in through the Temple of Thoth. Like, it's an inn frequented by adventurers, and the temple is rumored to be like a good entrance for adventurers. So, I feel there's a good chance someone here would know.
I would say, in the interest of time, I would say that people tell you that it's very obvious up there. Just read the signs.
Okay. Well, then Kalamanos is in favour of us proceeding to the temple.
Yeah. Frankly, I think the people that you ask, the hard and tumble types in the Inn and Broken Head, if you need to ask how to get into the dungeon, they're like, mate, just hand over your gear, you're gonna die, just you need to go home. Like, if you can't figure this one out, consider this the entrance exam. If you can't figure out this part, you're not gonna last.
I check real quick before we set off. You might have already discussed it before I joined, but was there any issue with us taking the hireling that we'd kind of... I think some people had been involved in the chat about it, but were we agreed to that?
No, that is a great point. What I believe you agreed to taking on or Ed agreed to take on somebody, right? Kalamanos was taking on the what's his name?
Delgar.
Yeah, so I think at least a couple of us had been in favor of taking on Delgar.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Did you want to take on Steve? There was a halfling and a
I don't want to eat too much into
a goblin
treasure shares, so I think having one extra guy for carrying stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Does Delgar have his own place in the initiative, or how does the retainer work?
Delgar will
Do
go on
they just-
my initiative.
Okay.
Do you want me to like track what he's carrying? I see he comes with some basic gear. Do you want me to track anything else we give him?
Yeah.
We go along?
I think Ed should probably track Delgar because he's the one who hired him.
Okay. I don't mind. I mean, if I can do that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. No. In retrospect, the person who hired him, you're responsible for Delgar. That makes more sense. I think there might be situations where I might have to roll like morale or something, and I'll probably roll the morale. But like, otherwise Delgar's kind of in your purview, Ed. But
Okay,
yeah,
fine.
right. And if you didn't see in the chats for everyone, Delgar, because he's a hireling, hirelings get a half share of the treasure. So you're dividing all the treasure at the end of the day by 5.5. Right. Same with experience. Now you can.
Yeah.
Cool.
We can get into the minutia of like, so and so get a wand or a scroll instead of some coin or what, like we can handle that later. That's fine. But like, just the general rule is let's just keep it kind of even as the de facto agreement.
Sounds good. And because Delgar has a crowbar, I'm going to leave mine at home.
Nice. Now, does your group want to have a name?
Oh, what a question.
All right. Something to think about as the rain pours down on the ruins.
Groups earn a name by surviving.
Yeah.
We can name ourselves once there are some deeds to our names.
Yeah, once there's a deed, once we've done one deed, we'll decide what the name.
Yeah. I like that.
Only name I need is mine.
Right. So there's a couple points of interest. You just wanted to hoof it to the Temple of Thoth while it's try to be dry by you get up there, or what?
It sounds like that's the vibe. Because if we wanted to try to find like an alternate entrance or something like that, maybe the like Citadel or the Palace would be like interesting to try and get to. But if we're just looking to just get in the dungeon, the temple seems the best way.
Yeah. Cool.
I agree.
We're starting at 9 a.m. for people taking notes.
All right.
Cool. All right.
To the temple.
Yeah. All right. Your trek through the overgrown bushy ruins and stuff through to the temple is largely uneventful, except for when you get close to the base of the Temple of Thoth. As you are kind of emerging down the plaza or like through the grass and shrubs, you all witness a coup in the form of a baboon usurpation, or at least the remnants of one, as the corpse of a older baboon is tumbling down the pyramid steps as a troop of 9 other baboons kind of hoot and holler as the gore-soaked leader has been chosen. They have not noticed you as they are relishing in or cowering to the new leader.
Are there any ruins or robbery around that we can duck into and watch this from afar?
Yeah, that's why I kind of pictured you all were doing. Like, I can kind of imagine one of those kind of like broken, like skirmish tabletop game kind of broken ruin wall with some, shrubs around that you can clearly taking cover behind as you're peering over this. Yeah.
+1 to armor saves.
Yeah. Yeah. So
what type of baboons are these, or are they? Is it the one they've cast down? Are they all the same type of baboon, or any of them different genus or?
Oh, I think I know what you're. Yeah, no, they're all like when you think of baboon, they are baboon.
They're just animal. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, there's nothing like particularly genetically interesting about these ones. There's not like they don't have human teeth, they don't have human hands or different colors or they're
scorpion tails or
no, these are your.
They're just baboons. They're not weird freak mutant baboons.
Yeah, actually, baboons with like fleshy bat wings would be kind of scary. I'm gonna put that down in the old GM brain. But
giving you ideas.
Yeah.
Maybe we should sneak down to that interesting tower instead. Ingvar is brave, but he's not facing down 9 baboons at once, brave.
Yeah, the 9 baboons are clearly hanging out at the very top where it's being dry. You know, they're just kind of vibing.
Anyone got anything to make a bunch of noise?
Yeah.
They're animals after all.
Not really, unless one says, I don't know, throw some rubble or a grappling hook or something into the distance and hope it distracts them.
I have nothing like that. I'm happy to observe them for a while and see if they move.
Sure.
If they don't, after a few 20 minutes or something, or 15 minutes, then maybe we should have a look at this ruined citadel perhaps instead, or another destination.
Yeah, I mean, we can always head south towards the palace. I think there was a bridge that way.
Or there's
to
this
try
ruined,
and get
there's a
across.
ruined plaza as well. I don't know if there's anything in the ruined plaza of interest.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess it sounds like we're giving it about the equivalent of an dungeon turn,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, you're just gonna observe them. I didn't mean to roll a third one. Okay. Yeah, you're just gonna observe them. They're just continuing to socialize. They're just hanging out, grooming. Just what would you do on a rainy, lazy afternoon, right? They're just clearly just relaxing. Probably getting ready to nap is your guess, right? Their hoots and hollers are clearly not aggressive. Whatever, you missed their earlier aggression, and it doesn't seem like anyone else wants to challenge the new leader. Everyone's kind of okay. So instead, where would we? Do you want to press this, or
Why don't we go
to the plaza, or?
Why don't we go hit the plaza? If we don't find anything at the plaza, we can actually come back and they'll probably be resting, and we can come up on them in their sleep.
Yeah, or we can skirt the perimeter of the temple anyway and see what's about.
Sounds good.
Grand. Yeah, so moving over to the plaza, what used to be, I think you'll probably see from the various stones and stuff and ruins around. There's various religious iconography dating back to symbols of the old gods around here. This is clearly a very religious city, not very that's sort of the sort of analysis that you're probably given. Kalamanos, as an imperial capitalite, and you're trained in the histories and stuff, this would be sort of like perhaps even like the priest's quarters itself, sort of like the part of the town where a lot of the religious functionaries and stuff would live.
Are there any sort of inscriptions in Mithric that I would catch my eye in this area as we're exploring?
Nothing other than sort of functional and administrative type church work. So you would be like, a bathroom, washing center, kind of like, various parts of that kind of signs. There is some graffiti around, but a lot of it's just kind of carved names, nothing like in Mithric or anything like that. It's all just sort of people's names of so-and-so was here. Nothing too crazy.
Okay.
But so around the plaza, there are a few ruin sites for you to gander through, picking ones that look relatively safe and clearly not, just a pile of rubble or anything like that. Yeah, I think probably one or two will catch your eye. Let's go with, the left or the left or the right one. Doesn't really matter. You probably look at both of them. The first one clearly shows signs of some sort of animal habitation. And the second one looks like it's kind of still covered in rubble. So you'd be interested in the animal habitated. Looks like maybe a possible den of rats or something like that around, just based on sort of the detritus. But the other one seems to be just nothing but a bunch of rocks. Nothing immediately is coming to mind here.
I'd like to take a few steps away from the one that looks like it's maybe an animal or rat, rat den, and just chuck a fist-sized lump of rock at it and see if anything skitters out.
Sure. Yeah, I think you probably will see not necessarily something skitter out, but the ground kind of reshuffle around. Clearly something's living here. Many-legged. You see a little bit of a peak of a bit of an, what would you call it? Just like a carapace. Basically and many tiny little undulating legs.
Okay. Spiders, centipedes, maybe.
Yeah, centipedes. I was going multiple legs. Before it kind of like reshuffles back into the darkness.
I think we should leave the centipedes alone.
Yeah.
Time to dig through.
Well,
some rubble.
Want to go through the
yeah,
rubble?
we've got a pry bar and
Yeah. Grand. All right. So, what I will say, because you have a thief in your group here, Harkon, you're able to quickly indicate through the rubble here, based on the way it's like kind of sinking in. You can feel some air coming from the rubble, as in there might be some kind of pocket or something below ground here.
Gentlemen, seems there's a cave entrance of some sort. Perhaps another way into the dungeon. There's air coming through here. Ingvar, come, help me move this rubble.
Yeah. Ingvar starts hauling rocks away.
Yeah. I don't think you need to roll to test to do the rocks or anything like that. If you're okay with it just taking kind of like, let's say 2 dungeon turns to kind of do it. Move things out of the way.
We've got tools. Like I've got
yeah.
holes and crowbars for
Yeah,
trying to like pry stuff up.
Yeah.
Delgar's got a crowbar as well. But...
Oh yeah, well with a couple crowbars you can really get the big one out of the way, and then the rest of it you kind of just push away with your hands. So it's I'd be willing to say then one dungeon turn instead of 2.
Hooray!
Yeah. Cool. I should roll on here. Cool. Okay. Well, you're definitely going to start hearing signs of, or I should say the first thing that happens when you remove this rubble here is that there is sort of a landing and descending stairs coming down, and you immediately are wafted with the smell of stink.
What sort of stink?
Death.
Like something dead?
Rotting.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not Beastman stink.
No,
I might be familiar with.
Correct. It is not Beastman's stench. It is definitely the smell of putridity. But yeah, you're through like that prying up that giant rock. You definitely see there's a 10-foot wide stair case leading down.
Ingvar will look at his companions and say, "Our deed awaits," and like gesture to the stairway.
Kaius just slowly ties a cloth around his face. It's an ancient dead city. There's going to be rotting things. Let's get blowing, lads.
I'll ask Delgar to spark up his torch.
Okay.
I'll also light my lantern.
Okay. So these will last IRL time. So at 9:28 they'll go out. Okay.
Oh, nice. The torches last 7 hours.
Right. IRL time. My IRL time. So yeah, in 1 hour, whatever your time zone is. 60 minutes from now. So yeah, so it descends down the staircase. When you light up your torch, you can see that amongst the rubble, there are absolutely the scattered remains of what seems to be relatively recent bodies. When I say relatively recent, I mean rigor mortis has been set in, so it's been maybe like a month or so of clearly adventure types.
They got anything good on them?
Do you go up and look at them?
Yeah, Kaius ain't shy about it. He'll give him a quick poke with the pole he's got
Yeah.
slung over his shoulder, and then if they don't like move or nothing, he's going right up.
Yeah. There is okay. You poke them, and there's immediately a popping sound coming from the body, and there's a couple other popping sounds from the dark and the rubble, and the one that was popping, their bones begin to snap and crack and bend, and it arches its back backwards, and begins to kind of crawl and jump at like a cat and turn at you and hiss as it's like basically hanging upside down, like doing a bridge kind of shape, like this, and hissing. And you can hear that there's rubble around, and there's probably more of these. So we're gonna roll initiative because this is immediately hostile.
Excellent.
Yeah, you can see that there is ferocious bite marks in them. Probably the cause of death.
We've found zombies, I guess.
They're too lithe for zombies, is what I would say.
Okay.
But yeah. Upon this unnaturality, your all semblance of whatever is true about the cosmology of the universe is wrong, and that your skeletons feel like they call out to them, and they should leave your flesh behind and join these things in whatever life that these things have. But then that idea is quickly dismissed as you ready yourselves for battle. So, I have to roll initiative as well. Everyone remember what they rolled?
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you think had the highest?
I rolled a natural 20.
Well, okay. I guess it would be the thief then. Che, you were
Right, you're rolling initiative.
Like literally every initiative roll, you go first. Okay. All right. So Shadowdark combat. Sorry, just to set the scene here. You all would be. I would not say you're point blank with them. I would say you're all one sort of move distance away, considering you're, Caius was smartly poking them with a stick, waiting to see if something happens. And they turn and they hiss and they roar and they almost are like salivating. Something's wrong with these guys. Not zombies.
May the gods bless the 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
How many of them were there again?
I would say that you can definitely see. There's one that's currently alive and rocking, and you will definitely see that there is 2 more sets of hands coming out of the rubble and stuff that's sort of in this sort of sub-basement floor.
Håkon shall take a step back with his sling at the ready and fire a stone at the closest creature, if possible.
Hell yeah. There's no like penalties for firing into. You're good. You're well within close range for this thing.
Not 19. So when the dice when it rolls, it doesn't include your modifiers, does it?
No. Did you roll with your modifier? No, you have to manually set your modifier. It can. Right.
Okay.
It looks like currently you're rolling with a +2, is what it's
showing.
Okay.
So then 17.
19 with
19.
your modifier.
It was 17.
Okay, yes. So that's what I was. Yeah, that's why I wasn't sure.
Right.
So 19 then.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chat log shows your total.
For some reason, I don't see a chat log anywhere.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, maybe are you on mobile or something for the?
No.
Oh, okay. Very odd. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure why.
Well, that's not very helpful for you then. But everyone else can see the chat, the roll log, right? Is it just?
Yeah.
It's only Hakon who's cursed. He's cursed to roll well, but he can never see what he rolls. Okay. All right, that's.
Oh wow! I really can't tell what I rolled with a D4.
That looks like a 2.
You got 2.
All right.
There is no plus strength or anything to damage unless you're a warrior. You get to add some special stuff. So okay, you hit it. There's a bone crack as it sort of like riles, but it's definitely still alive and kicking. Then we go to after Che would be Ed.
Okay, so can I hurl a spear and back up out of here?
Sure. But there is no I think a spear can attack from your distance rather than move. So what you could do is attack and then move backwards, right? Are you holding with 2 hands?
Yes, I've got 2 hands. Yeah.
Are you not holding a torch?
No, my retainer is holding a torch.
Perfect. Yes. So then, I believe a spear actually kind of has reach, which means you can attack from near, which would be the distance you are from it.
The reason I want to throw it is because if I throw it, I get to use my dex bonus, right? Or my strength, because my strength is terrible.
Oh yeah, you could throw
it. So I'd rather hurl it and then run away.
Yeah, and go back up to the surface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can. Okay.
Yeah. Hurl it.
14.
Absolutely.
Any good?
The bodies of these guys are clearly not armored.
And then it's D6 damage. 5 damage.
Wow. Okay. It's probably sticking through its leg. But it's definitely, it does not bleed like a normal body.
Okay. Not just an old man. I've still got it.
Yeah.
And this thing's not just like, is this thing made out of like multiple skeletons? Like it's like
it's one skeleton.
Okay, so it's just one body.
It's one body, but it's clearly not walking like a body. It's like kind of walking on fours. Only this time, because you're closest to it, Caius, I believe I'm going to go after you.
Absolutely.
So you remember I described how it's like basically walking like a bridge, right? Like, its back's kind of extended and it's walking this way. It flips itself forward to try to latch itself onto you. And it's going to try to attack you with its claws.
Excellent. Hopefully my shield fixes that.
Yeah. Its arms have like no lower arm actuators. They just like, their shoulders just like come down. It's as you hear like they're kicking and cracking. Like this thing clearly does not care about ligaments and bones.
Yep.
Cool. All right, so it gets to attack you. +1, +2. What's your AC?
Damn. My AC is 16.
Okay. Well, a 17.
Which I thought was high.
A 17 will get through here. It is just a single d6 of damage, though. 1 damage.
Ooh.
However, I think it slashes you at your face or so. And as it hits you in your face, you are immediately start getting lockjaw and frozen up. Can you please make a Constitution saving throw for me?
Absolutely.
Yeah. The risk here is being paralyzed for D4 rounds.
12.
That is exactly what you needed.
Never punished.
Oh man! All right,
Caius Calvus, born better.
Yeah. The other bodies emerge from the rubble, but that's sort of their action. But then they're going to try to move to get to close in on Caius as well. So that's a turn. So there are now a total of 3. One is the one that attacked Caius is probably 1 hit away from death based on the way it's heaving and it's losing bodily function. But the other 2 seem fresh. It's 2 males and 1 female, but of clearly human, but what ethnicity? I don't know. They're like pale and slightly blue and gray.
Cool.
Okay. Oh, it's me next.
So yeah, that's after me. Next up is Heron B.
Okay. I'm going to look for somewhere to set down my lantern where it's not going to get trodden on it, but still give us some light, and shout some inspiring words to Caius. Now is your chance to make a name for yourself. Smite the undead creature back. I'm going to try and use my bardic inspire ability to give you a luck token. So I need to beat a DC 12.
Hell
yeah. Nope.
No. So you can't use it for the rest of the
One short, so that's it. That's it. Gone.
Gone.
Oh well.
Perhaps they just couldn't hear you.
Back to the inn.
Yeah.
You're done for the day.
Well, you can still I believe bards can still transfix people. That one,
Yes.
stunning.
Transfix, which is DC 15.
They both come under the same like ability, the perform ability.
Yeah, but you can do they're separate abilities. Like they're like spells, right? So you can that you will always have prepared. It's just that one.
Oh yeah, you can't use that effect again.
Yeah, but you can do the other effects.
All right.
Yeah, because that's what I'm currently bouncing back and forth between is which should I use? Should I just hit the guy who's almost dead, or should I try and fascinate?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's me.
All right.
Caius, what do you do?
I think I've got a better shot at just killing one of them. Because I've got a +5 to hit.
Yeah. Maybe get the injured one.
So, because my extra talents all ended up in attack bonuses. So
You are also as a fighter. Don't forget you can call out a mighty deed. Do you know?
I am not actually a fighter. I'm a bard.
Oh, sick!
I have a
two bards.
I have a +5 to hit because both of my starting talents were in attack bonuses.
See, I did not know about second bard, Pippin. Nice. Okay.
So, Caius Calvis, born better, time to prove it. We're gonna take my hand axe and try and get this guy off me. Ooh, you may be born better, but we can't roll better.
No.
Tragic.
Okay.
That's a 4 on the die.
Yeah. It like somersaults backwards away from your axe. Clearly, it's still got life in it.
All right.
The spear that was in his leg flies off after the
Ingvar.
Yep. Ingvar is going to charge forward and slash at the injured one with his sword.
Get up here, Whiskin.
Let's see. Yep. I have a +2 to hit.
Show your ancestors you were worth of their you were worth
15.
Their time.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Right.
Your blade strikes true.
You have got mighty.
Of course it does.
Well.
Right. So yeah.
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah, I don't think you rolled the D3 with it as well.
I did not roll the D3.
Yeah. So before you do this, you can do what's called a mighty deed, which for fun you can just call out, being like, I want to disarm it, I can trip it, I can basically your battlefield maneuvers that you can think of and be creative with it, and it happens on a 3 on the 1d3, right? So you have a 33% chance of it being effective.
Okay, so
assuming the attack roll hits too.
Yeah, so could I say I want to slash it with my sword and make it stumble back into one of the other?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Cool.
Exactly.
All right, then let's roll that D3.
Oh.
Okay.
A 2. Okay.
Well, all right. Well, you get to add that 2 to damage as well. When you roll now.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
Yeah. So being a fighter is kind of sick. Like you are without a doubt the masters of battle.
Okay, so I get another +1 from a talent. So +3 total.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. That would have you could bifurcate it, but that you did more than its max HP and damage. Right? So there you go.
That's why it doesn't stumble back into another one, it just explodes.
Yeah.
There's nothing to stumble back.
Yeah. Yeah, it hisses thinking you easy prey. Fatal mistake. All right. Hakan?
Håkon, in the middle of the fight, realizes that he never rolled a talent, so he is going to roll 2d6 really quick.
Yeah.
Hidden talent didn't come out until you really found yourself in a life or death stressful situation.
Yeah, this could be clutch. Come on, roll
You
well.
played a whole session with no talents, man. That's awesome. That's like beating the game with like never accessing the skill tree. You're like, I don't need it. Like whatever video game.
Wait, this game had a skill tree?
No.
Yeah. Like you beat Baldur's Gate 3 not knowing you could level up.
6. +1 to melee and ranged. Or no, 6 for a thief is +2 to strength, dexterity, or charisma. Oh, sweet! I have a +3 to dexterity now. Then.
Nice. Put it to good use.
Welcome to the 16 Dex Club.
I shall release a battle cry upon seeing Ingvar, the valiant Wiskin, slice this foul creature in half, and I shall loose a stone at one of the creatures in the darkness.
Nice. Yes. There is a semblance of a male and a semblance of a female for distinguishing the two.
As a Wiskin, I shall of course fire it at the male.
Okay. Ooh,
Nice.
great shot for sure. Nice.
Can't see D4, so I don't know how much damage.
That's a 3.
3 damage.
Excellent.
Nice.
Sling gang.
Yeah, slang gang. Another bone-shattering crunch.
Okay, so it's my turn, right? So in terms of the dispositions of everyone now, am I confident that there all the heavily armed people are between me and these creatures?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
You could be really sure by going up to the surface, by going up those 10-foot stairs.
No, I'm not going to be that sure. What I'm going to do is I want to use my Omen ability, which I can use up to 3 times today, to try and give Ingvar a luck token.
That sounds
so
like
I
a
need
good idea.
So I can basically I need to roll a DC 9 check, and I have a +3 wisdom modifier to that. So I need to roll 9 or more on this roll, basically. No. Okay.
Not lucky today.
I could be wrong, but I believe that the seer can only use Omen on themselves.
No. You can
Okay.
cast an omen on someone else.
Yeah,
But
I think that was clarified in the house rules as well.
Yeah. It's that's what makes, because I think you being able to grant an omen to someone else makes perfect sense.
I failed anyway, so
you could read you could read the omen about someone else is like my thought for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the few ways you can get, other people can get luck stuff, and it just I think it kind of fits. Cool. And just real quick, I forgot how Shadowdark handles morale.
it's definitely time for a morale check for the monsters, I think.
Well,
surely.
no.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately, these things are made of sterner stuff. The question I have for morale is
the sterner stuff is bones.
Yeah.
Perhaps some cartilage.
Hireling. Oh.
Yeah,
Poor
hireling morale upon seeing the dead walk again.
I assume he's not going to fight or anything.
But he still might just run,
Yeah, sure.
That's why can't I find this? I swear. Okay. I believe it's like a D20, and you have to roll better than a 12. Like it's like a meter, plus wisdom probably. My thought, which would be 0. So
plus. All right. So it's a straight D20 roll.
Yeah.
14.
Good. You make it. Awesome. Yeah. Perhaps it was the fact that these things can be felled and be beaten, by Ingvar's sword, that keeps him stealing.
Fear not, Delgar. We've got the brave Wiskin with us.
Yeah. They're Wiskans, not Wiskans.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you just going to back up then, Ed, for your turn before?
Can I move as well? Yeah, I'm going to continue to inch towards that exit.
Yeah, you can. You can always do a move and an action.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll move. I'll continue to retreat.
All right. Then it's Ghouls Nights Out for us here. I think the first one's going to they're not going to attack randomly, but as far as people close by to them, they have Ingvar and they have Caius, right? So I'm going to roll.
Yeah, you said this was like a
50-50.
10-foot. Yeah, you said this was like a 10-foot stairwell, so I figured we're 2 abreast, which means that it's me and Ingvar up front.
Yeah. Well, I was just kind of, you kind of made it down the 10-foot stairs into sort of like a 30 or 40-foot sub-basement level that was kind of full of rubble, and that's where the bodies were, right?
Got it.
And that's when it flipped up. So, yeah. But it's basically, you're pretty much at the foot of the stairs.
Mm.
Right. And the question of distance is basically the light source in the combat stopping you from measuring. Right, so between the two of you, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a d2 for each of you. Do one of you want to be high and one want to be low? Do you care?
I'm always high.
Cool. All right, I'll determine between these two here who they're going after. So that was a... Shit, now I can't read it. A 4 and a 1. All right, so each of you is getting attacked once.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
All right, so I'm going to roll for the girl ghoul going after Ingvar. With one of its claws. Okay. The
That
standard,
is definitely a hit.
the standard rule that I suck at rolling dice clearly does not apply tonight. Okay, that would be a d6.
It took an entire Forbidden Marches campaign, but Eric remembered how to roll a die.
It's true. A very long campaign. Okay, 3. Ingvar.
Okay, now to 6 HP.
All right, so you're still doing okay.
Yep.
All right. And one more with Spirit against Caius. No, this time you're ready for it.
Yeah, Caius punches that thing in the face with a shield.
Yeah, these things do not react upon the death of their comrade.
I don't want to be annoying, but should Ingvar make a save against...
Yeah, I was about to say, do you want me to roll that?
Please do.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So is the target number just my con?
No, it's 12. It's based on the...
Okay, I see, yeah. Right, okay, so yes, I'm rolling with my con modifier, which is +2. 19.
Oh, yeah. All right.
See, honesty is the best policy.
All right.
Heron B.
Okay. Yeah, Hermby's gonna pull out his hand axe and idle round to outflank these things. Go for the female one, let's say.
Cool. Oh yeah, you hit.
Hit
Strike true.
D6. Yeah, a little scratch.
Yeah. You reckon if you can get about 5 or 6 more solid hacks like that, it might actually die.
Just have to live that long.
It's a game of inches.
All right. And I'm basically doing the same thing. I'm gonna shove this one back. It's the male who's attacking me.
Yeah. Correct.
So I just shove him back after his attack on me, and then I'm gonna go at him with my axe.
All right. You hit.
15.
Yeah.
Cool. And then that's just flat d6.
Yeah. At this point, their armor class is 11.
And that's 4 damage.
Ooh. Brutal. It is still up, but you reckon one more swing like that will probably take it down. It's cut open, but again, it doesn't bleed.
Okay, so I'd like to attack the one next to me, and if I can, also shove it away so it's not in biting and clawing range.
Yeah.
So 2 on the d3.
Okay.
Apply plus knockback.
So does that 2 also apply to the hit roll or just the damage roll?
Both.
Okay.
It goes to both. It's the replacement.
Excellent.
Yeah. It's the replacement to Shadowdark's weapon specialization.
Right, I see.
Fighters are just generally nasty as hell.
Yeah. I mean, if you can't cast spells, then the next thing you can do is at least be good at... I cast kill.
Okay, that's a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that will absolutely do the trick. What kind of weapon does Ingvar have? It's a two-handed sword?
He has a bastard sword that he's using two-handed.
Lovely.
Hell yeah.
All right. What was the damage?
The damage is 8.
Ooh, okay. It's dead. As parts of it fly into the other creature, it thinking it's getting attacked from the side reflex backwards, causing the before figuring it out and re-engaging. But no, that what flew at it was not one of the stones hurled by our Hakon slang gang. That's just the decapitated head from the swing of Ingvar.
Nice.
All right. One left.
I shall loose another stone.
Do we have firing into melee modifiers, or
No,
we just rolling it? Cool.
you just roll it.
Oh, baby!
That's a natural 20. I don't believe the game has critical hits. But that's absolutely a hit.
But we see you, Slang Gang. We see you.
We do. We do see you.
That's another 2, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Oh, no. The game does have critical hits. Just the first one I've ever had in the game. You actually, for weapon, double its damage dice. So roll another d4.
This might do it.
So that's 2 2s, which is 4, which is enough to kill it.
Yeah!
Nice.
Nice.
They're all dead. Oh, nice. Okay.
And it is as silent as the grave once more. The only thing you hear is the heavy panting from yourselves, and the rain falling outside.
You can come back down, old man. The work's done.
Good work, gentlemen. And I pat Ingvar on the back as I retrieve my spear. Excellent show. Should we proceed on?
Lead the way.
Well, I think we started poking these guys in the hopes of finding something. Should we have a rummage around?
There's nothing. There's no treasure around. And I'll calculate all the XP at the end of the session for you all.
Okay.
But just so you know, you did kill 3 ghouls. So that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
There is something of note in the rubble, though. There appears to be about an arm, about the size of a table in here, made of marble.
How large is it? Can we
Sorry,
we see that, or we have to get it out of the?
Not the long of a rectangular dining table, but the shorter end of a rectangular table. It's like across a dinner table.
Is it attached to the rest of a statue underneath the rubble, or is it just the arm?
No, it seems to be broken off violently, but it was thrown in here under the rubble.
Other than being broken off, does it look in good quality? Does it look like it might be worth something?
Yeah, if you can find a buyer. You know that the Inn of the Broken Head has some purveyors of ancient goods. This is clearly a part of a statue, if you can find the rest of it.
Okay. Ingvar's going to suggest we leave it here and proceed onwards.
Yeah.
Got it. So we don't really have anywhere. There's no deeper place to go from here.
No. No, you.
I misunderstood. I thought there was somewhere else. Okay.
No,
yeah.
Yeah, you basically found a basement from the ruins here,
See, right.
but no other additional exploration.
Did I feel like did Kalamanos go past the broken statue when he was coming to the temple last session? Am I misremembering that?
No, I don't think so.
I think you may be thinking of the broken statue out front of the inn.
That just has the head of a statue.
Okay.
And then you also passed like 100-foot statues over by the
on
temple.
the top of the temple. The marble that this arm is constructed from. Is it the same material the head at the inn is constructed from?
Yes. What I would say is you're kind of in the area of the city where, like, I assume as you are coming up, like out of the basement, knowing that there's no other place to explore. There was just kind of a basement layer. By a bridge, kind of near the docks. So where you're at, so kind of like in this ruined plaza, toward like the bridge towards the ruined palace, there is sort of like, a large statue area, with kind of just the Ozymandias, just the feet.
Okay.
It also looks like it's made of the same stone.
Well,
Okay.
we can at the very least take it until we find something better. How heavy is it? How many slots we talking?
Oh, it'd be a 2-slot. It's bulky.
Okay. I'll just throw it in my pack. I've got the room for it since I didn't bring my crowbar and lantern because we had copies.
Yeah.
Well, unless you want Delgar to... Is it Delgar? I forgot his name.
Delgar.
Delgar. Unless you want Delgar to carry it, being the retainer.
Oh yeah, I guess we can. Yeah, we can just get the porter to carry it. That makes sense.
Okay, Delgar, get this in your backpack, son. 2 slots. Okay, I've made a record of that.
Yeah. So there's more places to investigate in this area, in the ruined plaza, if we want to keep poking around here.
Yeah, you said there was one
or
other
do you wanna-
place that had some sort of skittering or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you saw a glimpse of a giant centipede before it kind of scurried back under the rocks, right? Like you threw something at it. Kind of like when you lift a rock and you see a centipede, it's like rather than attack you, it's like, I'm out of here, and just kind of goes to the darker spots. That's what you kind of saw there as it kind of just began to dig and go down.
I'm not. Do we want to tangle with that, folks?
I do not, personally.
I don't know that we got a plan that would surefire knock that thing out. So
No, I think we got quite fortunate against these creatures. I'm not sure we want to test ourselves again.
So,
can we see if the baboons are they still hooting and hollering from the temple?
I'm so glad you asked, because I have good news and bad news. The good news is that the baboons seem to be curious and on the move. The bad news is that's because you hear some shouting from inside the temple, like human shouting, in a rather thick accent. For folks like Hakon and Kalamanos, you've heard this before. It's almost animalistic, winky face.
Okay. Hark, are those beastman voices I hear, Hakon?
Yeah.
Is that our friend Darble, perhaps?
I'm not excited to see those creatures again.
Remember their warning that upon sight of you all are capture and kill on sight.
That's true. I feel like we should probably avoid them, but
yeah, you can.
If we could save them from the baboons, maybe we'd get in with them somehow. I don't know.
True. And you can see that the baboons are clearly standing their ground. They do not want to get wet, or maybe just the aggressiveness of the leader shows that maybe this he's more willing to choose violence than it's his predecessor.
Can we just hear the beastman voices, or can we see them at all?
Or? They're too far away. The temple's literally like 100 feet up. It's raining, but if anything, you more just hear the baboons. Like they're the ones like hawking out like their battle cries.
But their attention is taken in a particular direction. Is it possible to get up the pyramid behind them without them noticing us?
Yeah, for sure. You could definitely get up the pyramid right now. The whole attention
that's an option.
Is going on.
I think we come up behind them, we wait, we let them fight the beastmen, we kill whoever's left, and we get our way into the temple.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
We're gonna fall upon them like lightning.
Okay. To see who's going to win that engagement, I'm going to randomly ask let's go with Steve and Barrow. Can each of you roll a d6? We're gonna have sort of like this is sort of like the interesting conflict roll off to see how it's going. One of you can be the baboons, and one of you can be the beastmen.
I'll be the baboons.
Right, I'm Beastman then. Uh-oh. Beastmen are having a bad time.
Oh my god. Okay, so in terms of a differential here, yeah, the beastmen are getting their ass kicked by the baboons. Okay. Yeah, so as you were sneaking up the temple, you hear the sounds of retreat. You hear the sound you hear their orders over the cries, like clearly the shuffling of feet and formations and shields. You hear the scratching and clawings on top of that. But you hear retreat, called as they're going back under. These baboons got hands. Unfortunately, with such a decisive differential, like literally the highest differential that you can get, the baboons are as victorious as they can be in this moment. The beastmen do not want this smoke. So you're going to be it's raining. You're at the feet of this pyramid, ready to go. But it seems like one side is already routed. It's only a matter of time for these baboons spot you.
They seem a formidable foe.
Indeed. Yeah, maybe we should fall back. Keep our powder dry.
Yeah. Interesting tower, perhaps?
Yeah, there was a tower, wasn't there? Maybe we could go and take a look at that.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
more gore-soaked baboons emerge from the top of the Temple of Thoth from the fight. It's still like the pack of 9, but like you can see that they won.
I was gonna say, is it still all 9 of them?
They're like doing like the Sand Raider from Star Wars, like holding a beastman spear, going like ah. They're ready. They are.
Kaius really wants to go up that tower, but everybody's
another possibility is we could track the beastmen. They're retreating.
No, they're retreating. Sorry,
they're retreating into the temple.
Oh, back. Oh, sorry.
So it seems like the beastmen didn't emerged from inside the temple and are retreating the way they came. They were egressing from the dungeon and they're going back in.
I see.
Sorry, yeah, that's why you didn't see them or hear them or anything like that. It's there because it's internally, and like they were just as surprised as the baboons being up there as you, for what it's worth. And then one got basically face hugged by an angry baboon, and everyone called a retreat. All right, so we're looking at the interesting tower.
I think we'll circle around.
Yeah,
to
it looks like everybody wants to go to the tower.
All right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That trapped door that we found on the cliff face may prove more useful than we initially thought.
Yeah.
This baboon's going to stay here all day.
For anyone who's interested in prepping Arden Vul in the future, it is an exercise in futility. This is not at all what I thought was going to happen tonight. It's like, okay. So
you thought we just go straight down the dungeon.
Yeah, right? So
quick adventure in and out.
Awesome.
But 9 baboons, that's a lot of baboons.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I for sure. And I keep rolling what their habits are, and they're like, I'm vibing, we're chilling, we're socializing. It's like, okay, yep, makes sense. It is raining. I wouldn't want to do anything. If I just committed a coup and took over a baboon troop, I also wouldn't necessarily want to go march.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so there's a massive. So in front of this tower here, there's a set of massive bronze doors. Looking at these doors, let's see. We've all bought the bards of the group, the seer of the group. It's definitely giving it's dishing magic vibes for sure. It's humming like it's there's sort of like a tinnitus when you're near it. Let's see here. The doors are covered with glyphs and symbols. Similar to they're covered in symbols that are very similar and reminiscent to what's on the temple. So there are repeating themes of ibises, baboons, moons. Does anybody?
So,
I think the Hakon as a thief, you don't really even need to know that this door is for sure locked, probably magically warded.
The question
Yeah.
would be, are we able to read any of the runes here? Like, what do we know? Between all of us, are we able to recognize like what language we got here?
Yeah. It clearly shows. So this would be an ancient Arcantian in Mythic, and it would say, "Behold the temple of Thoth." Curiously enough, it says not just Thoth, but it says the thrice great Thoth.
And
Okay.
this tower, is it in it from the map anyway? It looks like it's in
Yeah.
better condition than most of the other towers around
Absolutely,
here.
yeah.
Does it look like it's been like recently repaired, or does it look like it's sort of like just I don't know, like magically
It seems
somehow
to be, yeah. It seems like the magic of this place has sort of warded it from the rest of the explosive blast sort of.
Yeah, I guess that's what I was getting at. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Caius.
there's broad windows on upper floors if you want to try to access from there, but this door is definitely dishing magical locked vibes.
Caius looks around and then just says, "Well, I suppose the first thing should be let's see if that ward's going to cause us any trouble." And he grabs the 10-foot pole and gets ready to just kind of like poke at the door, just to see if this is like the kind of like door explodes, shoots lightning at you type thing.
Yeah. No, it's not. But what you definitely see looking at it as you get close, it seems like it's waiting on you. Like the way, clearly this door has some sort of, like, it's not just a magical lock. It's also like the opening, or like the opening mechanism is present, and it's not a key or like a spell.
Nah, it's probably a password.
Yeah, it seems to be some kind of like, the access to this place is encrypted in some way.
Seer, you got a bunch of knowledge of old gods over there?
I'm just thinking.
I mean, you were around when they were still being worshipped, right?
Enough of your cheek, young man.
Would my background as an acolyte give me any idea of like prayers to Thoth?
Yeah.
And I also speak Mithric, so I could try, just chanting some old Thothian prayers in the correct language.
Yeah. You know that almost every god is actually multiple gods, or at least known by different aspects. This door seems to have all sorts of aspects, and things that are confusing. Like, that Thoth has at least 3 different kind of names, that I'm failing to remember at the moment. But there's so many extra like things around. It's almost like it's not quite like a word search or a CAPTCHA, like on the door of like what things are like but like, yeah, there's definitely phrases and moons and symbols that are like, some of this stuff is Thoth related in your background, but some of this stuff isn't. It's just kind of confusing.
And the inscription said, "Behold the temple of Thrice."
Yeah, the
thrice
great
great
Thoth. Yeah,
thrice great Thoth.
Yeah.
Thrice great.
So,
what are the 3 names of Thoth?
I think yes, and I think that is the question.
This is Caius to Herrenby.
Yeah.
I'm guessing we don't know that.
Right. I think that will require getting a book or something to find. So you might have to go talk to a bookseller in Gosterwick to get your answer here.
Hawken's going to knock.
The closest symbol to where you knock lights up, like it thrums. But door does not reverberate like you would expect a door to. Like it blocks sound. Probably the warding on the door.
Can I just
Suppose no one's home.
How high up are these windows?
Yeah.
About 20 feet up.
Are we able to like toss a rock through one of them?
Yeah.
And it goes through the window without a problem?
I mean, ostensibly, if you do it, or you.
I mean, like Caius is gonna like go find like a really small stone, something that hopefully won't disturb too much, and just like wants to toss it through the window just to see if the windows are warded.
Yeah. Nope, not warded. Crash. rock skipping. There's a sound of almost like suction, like the air has entering that void as the window cracks and breaks through.
Oh, these are glass windows?
Yeah. They're just regular glass windows.
We just defiled the temple.
Yeah.
Shit.
You have the profound sense that you shouldn't have done that, but also like no one's around, no one's judging you, but also you're like, probably wasn't.
All the baboons come charging down.
That's my bad, fam. I did not catch that part.
I have a grab.
Sorry, you know what it is? I think maybe like a family of bats like flies after like getting disturbed, and they like in the daytime, so like they're really messed up. They don't want that. It just seems very weird.
I have a grappling hook and 60 feet of rope. If the thief would like to use it to climb up through the window.
Gladly.
Okay.
I shall.
My grappling hook.
Yeah, I shall try to catch a good nook with the grappling hook.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And climb up to the window. You said it's only about 20 feet.
Yeah. The third. So what? Sorry, no. Let me reiterate. The tower itself is entirely 30 feet off the ground, right? There is basically an empty space around on what would be 10 feet up, and then 20 feet up from that there are some windows, and then 30-foot top is sort of the top of the tower. So do you want to go through the window, or do you want to go to the top of the tower?
I'll go to the top of the tower first.
Okay. So you want to throw up your grappling hook and rope and stuff to the top?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah. Makes perfect sense to me. All right.
And then
if you fall, you take 1d6 per 10 feet.
Oh.
Well,
I rolled a natural 1.
Okay. I don't. Maybe just your grappling hook doesn't go as far up as you wanted it to do.
All right.
Wait, do thieves not have advantage on climbing?
True. I do have advantage.
Thanks
so
for remembering.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's kind of like the whole thing is every
That's
class
better.
just gets.
Yeah, 20, not natural.
Oh yeah.
All right, and then roll again for the climb.
Yeah, because it is raining. You are trained at it. Yeah, it'll take you about a dungeon turn to go all the way up. Everyone else would take like kind of 2 rolls or 2 dungeon turns to get up. But as a skilled climber, you could do it.
All right. Do I have any additional bonus from being a pirate from climbing rigging?
Oh, you already have advantage.
Right.
So I'm saying, sorry. Okay.
Sorry about
that. You're okay. Yeah. So you get started. You make about hold on at the a 7. Okay. Yeah. What I'm gonna say is you get started. You make your way up about 10 feet or so, and you start to slip. You catch yourself as you go back down, rather than taking damage as a thief here. So you don't make any progress. It's really good that you didn't like super fail like all the way up there. So no, it's too slippy, but you're able to ward off, like, you don't just like Wilhelm scream to your death falling down here, right, in the rain. You realize that you're like, this is not going to work out. It's too wet, or you can try again, but that first attempt was doomed.
His pride is hurt. He spent most of his life climbing rigging, and he can't get up the side 30 feet.
I think when your feet touch the tower, perhaps as well, there's sort of like a rumble in the sky in the rain, right? And a bird flies from the roof of this building. It's a long black-headed bird with a very long crane. It's an ibis or an abis.
The animal of Thoth, I'm guessing. In a lot of these ibises.
It's the head of the pictures of Thoth you've seen. Is typically a human with one of these bird heads. And so that guy just flies off and goes clearly off to like the lake or so area. Almost weirdly coinciding with, yeah.
So do we think lightning's going to strike the tower about the time he gets up there? Caius says quietly to no one in particular.
Yeah, as a seer, Calamanos, you're definitely getting bad vibes from this place. Like destroying that window, touching foot, the thunder, like your senses are kind of going off that, like.
Perhaps, my friends, we have tested the gods a little bit too much. Perhaps we should find somewhere else to poke our oars.
Hey, I'm always ready to kill those baboons.
Håkon is not interested in the domain of spirits. He agrees with Kalamanos.
Yeah, agreed.
Now, those baboons, they still up there.
Let's see.
These baboons are going to be like the arch nemesis of the entire campaign.
There's going to be a lot of arch nemesis, but yes, I have great delight thinking of ingenious, evil ways to make these baboons the bane of your all's existence. All right, but the good news here is, they are. Looks like they are changing tack a little bit. Nice, yeah. So originally they were nesting, and they were socializing. They had their coup d'etat. They were kind of enjoying themselves for a little bit. Then the beastmen showed up, and it seems like perhaps they don't feel like having a threat underneath them. They thought maybe it was safe up here. Perhaps they're moving on to greener pastures. So yeah, the troop begins to disembark from the top of the tower. Let's see the direction they're going.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. They're heading westwardly. Towards the river.
Let's climb up the eastern side of the.
Yeah.
Excellent idea.
Let's take a look at the top of this thing.
Yeah. Just gonna take the long way around. Right. Okay. Dungeon turn goes by, as you make your way up the steps. By this point, let's say it's 11 o'clock. So 2 hours.
So how long is a dungeon turn?
There's not. It's somewhere between 6 and 10 minutes, but like the game really doesn't really delineate turns to time and how time spent, like OSE and the like. So I'm just kind of like eyeballing it.
Cool. So we head up the east side then.
Yeah. Making it up the temple, you spot the massive body of or statue of Thoth. Again, like this place is a 100-foot tall temple. The statue is about 40 feet tall, so it's like almost like half the, or like sorry. It's 100 feet tall. There is a 50-foot tall sort of like column, open-aired temple, flat part on like the top of like the ziggurat, right? Like the very top part.
Mhm.
So it has like a pavilion with like 4 columns, right? Covered by a roof. In the middle of this sort of flat area on top of this temple, there is a massive statue of Thoth that almost reaches the ceiling. It is basically a picture of Thoth, like a human standing completely still, arms to his side, legs straight together. And there's these 4 columns around, and there's all sorts of graffiti all around. And in this case, now there's probably gore. There is a dead beastman here, their throat ripped out. You can see that where they've fallen, the ground is discolored. I would say to Che, your character's, how do you say your name again?
Hawken.
Hawken. Like hawk on. I'll get it for sure one time. Hawken. Hawken. Like Christopher Walken, but Hawken.
Yeah, like that.
Gotcha. Okay, that's how I remember. All right. Hawken, as a thief, you notice the floor is discolored. You notice that where the gore is. You notice that based on its discoloration, it seems to be some sort of like door or like opening mechanism. And by your guess, it can open more than one way. Just from quick thief analysis.
All right. The beastmen that we encountered were wearing Lorica segmenta, not Lorica Hamada.
Correct.
Is this dead beastman wearing that?
Correct.
Do we actually recognize the dead beastman? Is it one we've seen before?
No. This pack had. This one is a dead deer man. The patches on this armor show like a boar or a pig. Before you were I believe you were talking to Dog Company before. This is a member of Pig Company. A banda of them.
And Estelle at the end told us that it was the Bat Company that took the priest of the priest who came from Newmarket.
Correct.
But the ones we were talking to on the stair, they were from Dog Company. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to remove the Lorica Hamada if I can.
Yeah.
And how many gear slots would that take up?
I believe armor's I think it's like the same as chainmail.
So it'd be 2 for chainmail.
All right, perfect. That's exactly how many slots I have.
Can I take a look at the columns? See what if there's anything. I assume there's no. You said there's like a mechanism, an opening mechanism, but I assume there's no obvious.
Yeah. There's nothing obvious. Yeah. There's nothing besides like, oh, the entrance has clearly been at your feet at the gore of this body, right? As Hawken found out as a thief, right? Like, oh, this is clearly the door, but how do you open it is the question. Everyone at the inn told you you should be able to figure it out. The signs are prevalent. The only things that resemble signs are a bunch of graffiti on these 4 columns, right? So you're spot on about investigating these columns and trying to see what you see here. So are you going to inspect the columns?
I will, yeah.
Okay, great.
I'll pick a different column and also inspect it.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, we just kind of split up and look it up.
Cool. So there's definitely some sort of like carved bas-relief image in all of the columns around the middle point of all of these ones, so about 25 feet up, about the size of like, bigger than human size, depicting something. Surrounding all the like the base of all of that is just as much graffiti as you can fit. A lot of it overriding each other. But I assume you're going to pay attention to these bas-relief pictures.
Yeah, first of all.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, can you roll a d4 for me, Kalamanos? Just see which column you gravitated towards. Or do you want to trust the fate?
D4. Okay.
4.
A 4.
Yeah. All right. So you picked the one with a baboon pictured on it. Depicting here on this column is a huge baboon, almost taking up the entire bas relief. He's sitting down, cross-legged, with a book. In one hand, in one of his paws, is a pen. Beneath, right, and beneath this giant baboon are a bunch of pictures of people, much smaller. Right, so like that's giving you the scale of the size of this baboon. And there seems to be some sort of like feather. Your knowledge of the past and Arcanti and stuff like that, and is that this is clearly one of the aspects of Thoth.
Okay, it's like a. Okay, is the feather? So where is the feather? Is a feather? Where is the feather on the bas relief? Is it on the book? Is it the people holding it up, or?
Yeah. No, it's almost like it's between the people and the book, as though like the baboon is casting a spell from the book and it's creating this feather. Right? Does that make sense?
Okay.
So it's sort of like
Okay.
it's kind of like getting merged between both of them. Like it seems like it's being created. I feel like you probably need Heronby's help to know exactly the details of like, oh, this, that this is what this represents, here's what this represents, kind of part, but just depictively, yeah, that Thoth is also known as like a recorder, like he's him doing stuff as a baboon and like recording data is totally in his wheelhouse.
So when he's in his baboon aspect,
yeah,
that's what he's interested in doing.
Yeah, but not so much detailing about like a dungeon opening.
Okay, yeah, this doesn't seem to give me too many clues as to how we
now,
can.
Ingvar, you were checking out one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I hear anyone else checking out other ones as well?
Yeah, I'll check one out.
Yeah.
Oh, if we're all just gonna spend a turn looking at all the different ones. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Ingvar, can you roll a d4 for me? Let's see which one you went to.
Okay.
Obviously, we're just gonna ignore the one that.
2.
Okay, great. Yeah. So this one has a giant picture of Thoth with an ibis head. So just exactly like the massive statue with the green eyes that's up here. It is currently pointing its left arm out at bowing humans who are clearly like supplicating or placating this ibis-headed Thoth.
Okay.
Yeah. So looks like to get so if this is depicting the statue, which it is sort of the same shape and form, there's only one arm out, and it's its left arm straight forward. Yeah.
And what did you say that the statue was like? Standing with its arms down by its sides?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
The major statue has its arms by its sides. All right. Let's see. Steve, can Heronby give me a D2 or like just a D4, and we'll just skip over the other ones?
Okay.
2. Okay. Well, we'll just divide by half by the 2 remaining ones. All right. This one is also an ibis-headed Thoth, just like the one that Ingvar is looking at. This one has both arms pointing straight out from it, kind of like a mummy would walk, right? And they are pointing out towards robed humans who are walking down a staircase.
Okay.
And the third one is also an ibis-headed Thoth depiction, but it has its right hand up, its left hand to its side, and in its right hand is a huge long scroll. Think of like the Crusader from Darkest Dungeon when it holds the scroll, like it's like doing that shape, you know? Inscribed upon it is just a bunch of just like, you know, lorem ipsum, like scribble, like clearly like a long script of just kind of, you know, abstract writing showing rather than actual text on it.
So it's Mithric, but it doesn't actually mean anything.
No, it's it was a bad example. It's not even meaningless Mithric. It's just like the scribbles like you would if you were painting on a script,
Okay.
like a script, like to show the
Yeah.
impression that there's writing on it.
Yeah, literally just a squiggly line.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's symbolic or abstract that there's writing.
Got it.
Yeah.
And as the other four inspect these pillars, Håkon shall inspect the door, see if there's any sort of trapped mechanism.
Yeah. As far as you can tell, there is an auto locking mechanism. You can like looking around at the door, you can kind of see these sort of like cylindrical plates that once opened, these things will close automatically after a certain point, or some sort of mechanism firing. But there doesn't seem to be any kind of trap.
Okay.
Can I take a look at the statue itself?
Yeah. So it's like a 25-foot tall statue of Thoth, and is damn near flawless. It is carved out of entirely black like marble. This with the sole exception of that the head of the statue is made out of white, and the head is very much like the ibis bird that we saw fly and the like. It has massive green jeweled eyes, and its arms lay flat at its side. But upon close inspection, the arms do have articulations to them. They can be moved. Yeah, exactly. They have actuators.
I mean, can they? Is there a mechanism to move the arms, or without actually moving them? Is it
Right.
possible to establish? Could I shift them like just a person, or do I think there's a mechanism somewhere? I probably don't know enough about mechanisms.
The statue is like 40 feet tall, so
yeah, I mean, is it too?
Actually reach the arms.
Yeah, I presume I couldn't actually reach the arms, right? So,
yeah. I think with an investigation, I think there's probably something about the base of the statue, that you can find that there's sort of like parts that press in that articulate the arms. You know, the curators of this temple were all not bulky 10-foot tall you know, giants who are manipulating the arms to go into a temple. There must be a special a better way, and your intelligence is rewarded, and your diligence. Yeah, there are clearly some sort of inlaid. They're not what reveals them to you is just the numerous presses that have been filed on, kind of like an ATM pad that's been pressed too many times. Like you can like that it's actually changed the color of the stone near it.
So we want to find the buttons to get both arms up.
Yeah. So what's your you find the buttons that manipulate the arms. What's your intentions?
Well, I assume that if there's some relation between the statue and the columns, then it's the arms that can move. We've got two columns, one with its left arm pointing straight forwards, and one with both arms straight out.
And then we have a third column with the right arm up, holding a scroll.
Oh, right arm. Oh, yeah, of course, the right arm up holding a scroll.
So the left arm pointing depiction, it was pointing at bowing humans. The both arms image, the arms are held out, and there were humans going down a staircase, and then the right hand held up was just holding a scroll. No humans involved.
So I'd go with the both arms out, because those were priests heading downstairs.
Robed priests.
Yeah. That seems logical to me. Is there any graffiti around the mechanism?
Yeah. The graffiti is not particularly helpful though. It's just a name. Dalton. And it's written in Arcantian, but it's almost like a signature, right? It's not just like Dalton chiseled in with a bad way. It's almost like someone signed something like you would a piece of memorabilia. Right? Like it's an odd, like it's more than just an autograph. It's a signature, you know.
So what's the over/under that Dalton's dead?
I suppose none of us has ever heard of
Nope.
Dalton.
No.
I think he's probably down here still.
While Calamanos is inspecting the mechanism, Ingvar is going to badly chisel Ingvar into like the base of the statue because he can't do a florid signature with an iron spike. So
signing your headstone already.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think if we all think this, we should be putting these straight. Then I'm going to try and assuming I can work out how the mechanism functions. I'm going to try and move the arms to the straightforward position.
Yeah, it takes you a little bit, but then you find that there's basically 2 buttons, and that there's kind of like, what do you call it? 1, 2. There's like 4 different positions for each arm, right? Or yeah, because it would go up, and then I guess there's 3 because you can't go backwards. It goes up, and then it kind of like resets down. So there's only like 3 positions you can put the arms in. So you set it up so they both stick out, correct?
Yeah, hope so.
All right, yeah.
Well, that's correct.
Yeah, with some, I would say some time passes. Just analyzing the stuff, putting it all together. Yeah, no sweat at all. The arms go out like the mummy and the one depicting off the first column, and voila. As soon as the second arm kind of reaches the same state, there's a slight rumble up here as the that sort of gore-soaked spot that Hawken found begins to open and slide. It shifts open, revealing a staircase beneath. Well-worn stairs.
Is there like a trail of blood on it from the retreating beastmen?
Yes. Which descends into the dark. You all, I'm gonna say you all put your. Let's see. You put out your torches at some point because you went back to the daylight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they didn't run out. I'll be generous. But because this would be a good time. Let's take a quick like 5-minute break or so because we've been playing for.
Yeah, I was actually just getting ready to suggest
an hour and a half, and yeah, then we'll begin our descent if that's cool.
Absolutely.
All right.
Nice. Okay.
I'm good.
Oh, I feel like maybe we're getting into like a mapping situation now. Should someone do some?
Yeah,
mapping?
who wants to map?
That's a good point.
I'll map. Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I'm taking a lot of notes as well, so I don't mind mapping. Prefer if someone else did.
Let's go ahead and do a march order then. What kind of width are we looking at here?
You can kind of assume 10 feet.
Okay, so 2 abreast.
Yeah, 2 abreast.
So I guess it's probably me and Ingvar up front.
Yeah.
Or I can take rear if we're worried about something getting behind us.
I would like someone tough in the back.
Okay.
I'm going to be in the middle with my retainer. And the torch.
I can take rear then. I've got javelins that I can huck from the back if we get into something in front of us.
Yeah, and I've got a spear as well, so I can.
So who do we want up front with Ingvar then?
I'll go up front.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. So the thief up there.
Nice.
2 Whiskins up front. All right, and then we've got I'm in the back, and then we've got the bard and the other bard and sage in the middle.
What
And the
hireling?
retainer.
Yeah.
He'll be in the middle as well, I guess. How far does light extend? If we have the torch in the middle.
So yeah, it doesn't exactly say it's close range. Basically, you can move into it, right? One move distance away, relatively.
I've got my
let's say
lantern up
30
as well,
feet. Like,
was,
yeah.
I've got my lantern lit as well, which does double. So I'm a great believer in not having a single light source.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have two because I was gonna say you can give your lantern to the retainer if you prefer, but if you want,
I think it's good to have two.
Okay,
especially if the retainer turns tail and runs and leaves us in the dark.
Well, he has to run through you and I in order to get out of here. So
no way. He's already seen how competent we are.
A lantern has the advantage that you can set it down more easily than a torch.
True.
Nah, he's feeling he's feeling good about it. He's like, okay, now that we're finally back up here, we're doing what we said we were gonna do. I feel confident around you all.
You stick with us, Delgar. We'll see you're right.
I hope so. Okay.
And if not, try and get past me.
Yeah. All right. So the stairs descend some way, about 25 feet, before you land at the one of a landing, more or less. There's nothing really of note on this landing before the stairs continue downwards, except for additional graffiti.
Cool.
The graffito is a warning about hey, I told Robin about touching the eyes and he didn't listen. So, practical advice.
Next time we find a statue with eyes, there's just a charred corpse next to it.
It's more important about touching the eyes. Okay.
Yeah, there is a rumor in the player's guide about not touching eyes as well, particularly eyes of statues in the lake.
Oh, it's just to put us off finding the treasure, probably.
Yeah. Oh, there were two giant, like grapefruit-sized eyeballs, gems in that immaculate statue of Thoth at the very top.
Yeah, I kind of assume if they were, if they could be got, they would have been got by now.
Yeah, if everything was picked over, there might be a reason why these ones were left. But who knows?
Kalamanos, weren't you just saying that we've tested the gods enough for today?
Right.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good again, my friend.
Yeah.
I've got a good feeling about.
Can't be struck by lightning here.
I was gonna say we're under several feet of stone.
Yeah,
they can't get us down here.
Exactly. I'm much more comfortable out of the rain.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue down the stairs beyond this landing.
Yeah. You can see that triage was done here. You find some spent plant. So it's not completely barren on this floor. I should say there's probably a discarded bandage or two. Probably from the squad.
Oh, like recent.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Because you're following the enemies of the baboons, right? That Beastman patrol.
Yeah.
Okay. And just, what was it, more stairs down?
Correct.
Carry on in the same
another
direction?
25. Yeah, same direction. No, I'm so sorry. Stop. It's actually the opposite direction. They switch back.
So like switch back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's still like within the confines of the temple, right? You're kind of like literally inside the temple at this point, going down. Right.
Right.
Cool. So second good news is that the smell of beastmen and their chattering can be heard as you begin your next set of descent down these stairs, as well as another light source. So you haven't made it down the stairs all the way. But you've wanted to shout out. In fact, they will probably shout out before being like, ho.
Readying a javelin.
Yeah.
Ingvar will shout, "Who goes there?"
Who goes there? Like they're calling at you first.
What language?
In broken or Arcantian.
Okay. I think Ingvar's probably just going to brag here. Like, I am Ingvar, mighty warrior from the north.
Håkon will call out, "We are friends of Darbul. of dog company.
You hear a lot of hawking of spits.
Uh-oh.
Darbull has no friends. Darbull is a weak leader. Weak. Clearly these people do not have a good impression of Darbull. But they're not hostile with him, per se. Are you weak like Darbull? They call out. Or strong?
We're strong enough to have got past the baboons at the top of this temple.
Whisper. Whisper. You know, clearly that rhetorical point has struck a nerve with these guys. Okay, they say. All right. Well, all right. We'll move on then. But yeah, just don't get any ideas.
I'm gonna shout.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shout out a Mithric something like "Be on your way in peace, my friends."
The witch's tongue. More hawking and spits.
Come
on. Come with me. Like, no. They say, nah, company, march. And you can hear the sounds of manacles of this group. And the shuffling of some feet. Come on. They don't seem to respond back to you. Maybe they're gagged or something. But yeah, clearly this group has prisoners with them. If that changes your math. So to give you an idea, you're 2 move distances down away from them. I imagine you stopped in a way that no one can rush up and attack you, right? Like you're at a very conservative, controlled position at the start of. I don't think we need to go to initiative yet.
Caius just whispers. Rescuees occasionally have ways of thanking people.
If I move up, can I look around, see how many are there?
Yeah. You'll have to sacrifice stealth to do it. Because you're gonna have to rush to catch up to them as they're getting ready to move out. You see a patrol, or basically the same side squad, ostensibly going down these stairs. You can see that they are mostly they all have the same sort of pig bands on them. You see there's 1, 2, 3. There's 2 deer and 2 bat looking people, kind of guarding 3 prisoners. 2 of the prisoners are goblins, and one of them is a hulking himbo of a man. With blonde hair. It's not Yost. Don't
worry. Sorry. Two goblins and a
hulking whiskin man. Yeah,
a whiskin man. I mean,
who is absurdly attractive. Like,
I mean, Calamanos is never in favour of violence, but the odds could be in our favour if we rush them.
I'm not a fan of slavery.
Yeah, I think knowing that one of their captors is a Whiskin man, Ingvar is more inclined to intervene here. So,
agreed. As a fellow Whiskin, I agree.
All right, sounds like we're charging at them and yelling at them to release their prisoners, and if they won't, swords come out.
Okay. You're gonna shout to release for them to hold up and release their prisoners.
Yes.
You're outnumbered. You're wounded. Leave with your lives.
The 2 bat and the 2 deers. Their sergeant was kind of leading the way down. You hear the sergeant call out below. apparently calling to something below, wherever they're going back, saying, "We need backup."
Oh!
They don't get an answer.
Uh,
But
Caius just says,
Bluff.
Yeah.
"You fools face Ingvar, slayer of 1,000 undead." And it's gonna try and
Yes!
like massively
Let him
amp up
fight.
Ingvar,
What
who's standing in front of them.
The bard,
And it's gonna
bard-
try and inspire Ingvar.
the bard propaganda is in effect. Here we go.
Yeah.
Hold on. They right. I know as you're definitely getting ready to attack, but they're not ready to give up words yet. Or at least like ready to say, they obviously have their weapons and stuff like this. They're not gonna like catch them unarmed, but they're gonna say like, parlay still, parlay. You don't have to do this. Perhaps we
You
can
can
trade.
simply drop your chains.
You want treasure?
Maybe we could just get the whiskin. And let the, I'm not necessarily saying this to the beastmen, but I'm whispering this to my companions. Perhaps we could get them to release the whiskin in return for letting them go with the goblins.
Maybe we could, also whispering back, maybe we could haggle, like maybe demand all the prisoners first, and then like when they like blatantly refuse, maybe we can just be like, well, give us that, and then maybe then they'll feel like they're getting away with a good deal.
Very clever, my friend. I like your tactics.
Simply the treasure and the man is what we want, right?
Well, we'll just ask them to give up their prisoners
And
the treasure.
there's
Yep.
Yeah, they're saying the prisoners are off limits, but they'll give you whatever treasure they found here, and you hear the rattling of coins. Basically, they're buying your piece.
Caius will kind of speak up and just say, "Just the man and the treasure. You can keep the goblins."
There's probably like a tear in the prisoner's eye when you hear that. No deal. Mother wants them. He's too pretty to be let go. We've been too nice. Now we say again for the last time. Let me and my banda go.
Caius just looks at Ingvar.
We respect your strength, but understand our orders, our strength as well.
I will not suffer a kinsman of mine, no matter how pretty he may be, to fall into slavery. And Ingvar draws his sword.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go to initiative. Everybody is going to be, except for Hawken, is going to be too far away. You're gonna have to basically spend your first action rushing down there to attack, right?
Oh, did we not follow Hawken during like negotiation time?
Well, if you did, then they would also have been proceeding with the prisoners to try to get down, right? So like they would have been kind of
fair enough.
So the idea here is that it's you're kind of moving at the same time, like towards the inevitable conclusion of going down these steps to whatever's they were trying to talk to people down below, right? You can see, so you can see that there are going to be 4 beastmen between you and the prisoners. With the remaining 3, including the sergeant, ahead of the prisoners. Like, they have to keep them in the middle as they're going down the 10-foot staircase. So let's roll initiative.
Wow.
Okay. Getting all of bad rolls out early, I see, everyone. Oh, there we go.
21. Yes.
All right. Ed with the 21. Ooh, Varen with a cheeky 19. Okay. Kalmanos.
Can I throw my spear again as my first action of this combat? Or can I not see him?
You're gonna have to Okay, the way I see it is that you're let me give you a description of the situation, right? You're still on that then first set of stairs going off of that small landing where the bandages were, right? The stairs go to a second landing, which is where they were kind of camping a little bit and getting ready to go down the last bit of stairs. The sort of like this long set of stairs that proceed down hundreds of feet. So I would allow you to throw your spear. You would have to move into that open room and then kind of throw it at the first two beastmen who are like kind of the rear guard of this.
No, I don't want to do that. I would like to use my... Now, as I understand it, my omen ability is it's not a spell, and I can use it up to 3 times a day.
Correct.
So I assume I can have another go at giving Ingvar a luck token.
Yep.
So that is gonna...
Yeah, you tried to give it to Ingvar earlier, right?
Oh, so I have to give it to someone else? in that
Yeah,
case?
I think so. I don't think you can cast the same omen for the same person.
Okay, I'll give it to
You know what I
Caius then.
Yeah, I think you can cast a seer spell that can give a luck token as well in some way. I think I would allow a different approach to give someone a luck token through your spells, but I don't think you can re-omen someone in the same adventure.
Okay, so I'll try it on Caius instead. That succeeds.
Nice.
Oh,
Caius,
Hooray!
you have a luck token now.
Oh, wait, he already has a luck token. Does he not?
Do I? No, I should.
No, you don't. Okay, fine.
Yeah, he failed.
Oh.
I believe Aaron B tried to give him a luck token.
Heron B tried to give one to
Oh,
Ingvar.
he tries to give you one.
I
Yeah,
think.
okay. Yeah. I tried to give one to
Or
Ingvar.
did-
Heron B tried to give one to you, but you didn't have one, so that's fine, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. A luck token in this game can be spent, I believe, for a reroll.
Cool. So it's just a reroll on pretty much anything.
Yeah.
And it's just on a roll I make, right?
Yeah. Source an image of a crack pipe. I don't know. I'm trying to remember.
I think you can give luck tokens.
No, I stopped
No?
that.
Or you stopped that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Only certain abilities.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
certain they can be rewarded in play for certain things. I would give them for slight milestones that you all do. So, like, for example, if you get off these stairs and see what's down below, I would probably give you a milestone. Actually, one of you should have one for figuring out the Statue of Thoth.
I already have a luck token, so...
All right. Well, you can give it to some. You can give that like reward to somebody. So someone else should have a luck token as well.
I'll give it to Ingvar.
Okay.
Okay.
That's me being generous.
Everyone. You have a luck token. You have a luck token.
Well, that's kind of how it is in the OG way. Everyone can get a bunch of luck tokens, and giving everyone luck tokens is definitely smart. All right, sorry. When to give luck tokens? You can re-roll any roll you just made, but you must use the new result.
Okay.
Right. But yeah, so that's what, because you can't gift luck tokens to different people. Having a bard or a seer being able to give you that stuff is sort of like the special thing of them.
Yeah. So quick thing then. So the way, and
Yeah.
just to make sure I'm understanding this right,
Mhm.
the way initiative works is because Ed won initiative, the monsters go second.
Correct.
Okay, because we're just
Brutal,
going
right?
down the line.
Yeah.
And got it. Okay.
Yeah. But if
Ed,
Steve
stop
could,
rolling so good.
I know, Steve, come on. But exactly.
Got it. So what I'm hearing is I really need to step up my initiative rolling game in order to save the party here.
Yeah.
Because 19 is apparently not going to cut it.
Yeah. All right, so you cast your bless and you moved, right? So it's my turn. Or sorry, not your
Yeah.
bless, your
My
You
own
roll your
escort
bones.
over.
Yeah.
And I'll move further up the stairs away from these things.
Up
Okay.
the stairs.
All right. Cool. Gonna let everyone else give passage to go rush forward. Okay. Well, the
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
yeah. The leader, the sergeant of this group of this banda of beastmen are going to call out Testudo. And you see that the rear guard, their shields go up. And instead of attacking, they're just going to keep like their spear and shield kind of locked together. Like clearly these guys do fight, and they have sort of like group tactics. And they're going to begin to sort of like do the shuffle. The problem is that they can't move fast because obviously they're got to push prisoners and defend off you. So they're going to make not that much progress, but they are going to clear the landing and all be on the stairs at this point. They're not looking to try to attack you. Okay. The last thing on their turn I would call out is that the sergeant gives off the orders and then says again, like, you dumb halflings, we need help. Some psychos are attacking us. That's
Don't
all.
talk to Herrenby like that. He's on our side.
Yeah. Do they have a deal with you? It's like what they call out, and no answer. Then he says, screw it. Asylum. We request asylum. Fair passage. And no answer. They're clearly desperate. Like you might have thought they were calling for backup. Now they're pleading to something below. Ostensibly halflings. But no answers returned.
Okay.
What you got here, MB?
I think. Well, you said 2 moves to get down there for those of us at the back. So
yeah, to get close range to them, like melee attack would require 2. You could hit the rear guard with 1 move action. You're basically going to slide down the stair, the rest of the stairs to the landing, and see like the guys with the shields at the landing at the top.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if I do 1 move,
Yeah.
and then need to. I'll do 1 move down, so I'm in the room, and then can put down the lantern. So I'm assuming they're not. Are they carrying torches or anything?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Unfortunately,
Okay,
unlike you, they can see in the dark.
Move down into the room, put down the lantern to one side, and get my hand axe out, but not close enough that they can stab me. And then I'll close with them next round.
Strategically, this that landing that you're on has some sort of continual light on it. That seems to just be glowing from kind of the ceiling, lighting up this this chamber before the stairs down.
Okay.
Wild.
Okay, but yeah, that's fine. You see them, and there's a there's a bat-faced man and a deer-faced man on the helmet. So like the helmets that they're wearing is like faux. I have to describe these people. The beastmen that we've been encountering wear regalia and imperial armor sets that are sort of similar to the Arcontian Imperial Army. And they seem to have sort of regimented tactics and the like that also sort of imitate. So they're not just LARPing as soldiers. They seem to have some sort of training and discipline. So they tend to carry heavier armor, shields, and a spear, sensibly either like a javelin or some kind of range probably, but you don't know. But yeah, so like they're well fit. They're not like your DCC beastmen like naked or like your Gortrek and Felix fodder,
Okay.
Forgive me, I forgot. I half assumed because some of us have played before, so I didn't give the description, but that's not fair to the new people.
Yeah.
So
so Caius is gonna cruise down the stairs
Mhm.
For 1 move. And from that landing, he's just gonna take the javelin he had readied and just say, "You simply could have dropped the chains," and then huck the javelin into them.
Okay.
And actually, if he can, he's gonna try and aim for the sergeant.
No, the sergeant is beyond all the you have to go through like 3 prisoners and 4 guys to get to the sergeant, who's kind of at the top. He's sort of the front,
sergeant's
leading
in
the
front
band.
of the prisoners.
Yeah, there's
okay.
yeah, there's 4 soldiers, general soldiers the prisoners, 2 soldiers, and the leader.
Okay.
So there's 6 soldiers, the leader, so 7 total, and 3 prisoners.
Okay, which means
It's-
they
yeah.
had 8. They had 8 guys before the one of them got killed by the baboons.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, cool. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just huck a javelin into those 2 in the front. Then. Oh, that looked like that was gonna be a 20. Damn.
Bands off their shield. They don't flinch. They are well disciplined. Burkadu.
So, if I take one move, I'll be in the room but not in melee range.
Correct.
And are they moving slowly enough that I could then catch up with them and attack on my next turn?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'll do that. I'll just move into the room and scream a war cry at them.
Their deer and rat faces remain unfazed from what you can see from their eyes, from their shields are, like this.
Håkon is going to hold up the bloodied pig company sash from the Lorica Hamada that he looted and yell, "You will end up like him!" and cast a stone at them with his sling.
Oh, nice. Okay. Slanging.
Can I can I use my luck token?
Yep, you absolutely can.
No.
Oh my god, you literally rolled 2 ones.
That is the 4th one I have rolled this game, this session.
Is not to
Wow.
be. Fortunately, there's no critical fumbling or anything like that for this kind of combat. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Kalamanos is now he's let Caius take the lead. He's going to try and he's going to move up behind the fighters and ready his. I don't know if he can move down there and get a spear throw in, or if he can just move up behind them with his spear ready for next round.
If you want to throw your spear, you can, but you would have to go pick it up, next time.
Yeah, I don't mind picking up. I've got a dagger as well, so
Okay, yeah, you could throw it. Would you like to throw your spear? I'm saying
yeah,
in
I'm
this
gonna do
turn. Yeah,
yeah, please.
you get a cheeky spear throw.
12.
No. Nah, the way that they are sort of stuck in this hallway, there's not a lot of angles for you to hit them. And the way they use their shields, they're almost like crouching, like they've trained for this before. You're gonna need to do a lot better. You're to get through this sort of these ranks.
You need some mighty deeds, I think.
The two others, like for example, when they say testudo, the 2 other. So I described that there were 4 than the prisoners, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the first 2 guards have their shields up like this, and the second 2 guards have their shields kind of like overlapping on top of them to kind of stop covering fire. So like it's kind of awkward with their horns and all, but they can kind of like get it down here. So you really can only kind of see their face. They're very tough to hit in this formation, but clearly they're going slower. But they're doing a defensive action.
That was it from me.
All right. Is that a full round of combat?
Yes.
Well, let me roll quick. Okay. Nope. Okay. So it's their turn. They're gonna call out to the ones in the back are gonna call to the sergeant in the front and say that you're not. They're pursuing. So he's gonna say, Mogmek, they're following. They have the sash of Gur. You hear a spit, amongst the shouts. Where are they? Where are the halflings? They're supposed to be here. We need asylum. You cowards! They're clearly calling out. Return fire. And so 2 of them are gonna try to stop for a second put their shield down and get ready to throw their little javelins out. So, has everybody's moved down to this row? So
I think so. Yeah.
all right, so that means I'm going to be rolling a d6 to determine the target. So I'm going to roll 2d6 to determine the targets. It's going to be random. That's all right with you? I'll just reroll a 6. Okay, so one's going at Barricado, and then one's going at Varen. Just basically going down the list of 1 to 5, in the Discord.
Which makes perfect sense, because those are the two who are definitely in front.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so first attack. This one's going to be at Ingvar.
Okay.
A javelin rolls your way. I think
that does hit. Yeah.
That hits. That's
Don't have any armor.
Ah.
No,
I couldn't afford it.
6.
6. That puts you down to 0 hit points.
All right. Gut shot on Ingvar.
Can he use his luck token on a damage roll against him?
No. It's only for yourself, not for enemies.
Yeah.
I see. Is the system death at 0?
No.
But
we'll do your death resolution after this attack.
Yeah.
Sorry, that should be +2. 14
does not hit me.
All right, but there is one.
Caius has one of those big oval auxiliary shields.
Yeah. Style.
It doesn't actually have Legion markings, but it's in the exact same Archontian style.
Okay, fair enough. All right, in combat in Shadowdark, when you're 0, you roll a d4. This is the number of rounds that you need for someone to heal you before you're dead.
Okay, d4 plus con modifier or just d4?
Do we just d4? Do you want? The question is, should you as a player roll it, or should I? That should be hidden information.
Probably hid.
I don't know.
I'm okay with it being hidden if you want to do that.
I haven't thought this far ahead, to be honest, when I was doing it. So I haven't made a decision. So I'm going to ask you, what's more fun as a player for you in this moment? You get to decide because it's happening to you. Would you like to know, or would you rather be hidden information?
Let's have it hidden information. The party just see Ingvar go down. If they don't heal him in time, that's it.
You are a GM at heart. I can tell. I honor to you. Okay, awesome, cool. All right, I got my answer.
For some reason, I can't see any rolls except for hidden rolls.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what the hell? What do you do? Okay. Well, it doesn't matter.
What?
Are you me?
What the?
This is like the blind guy who can only see ghosts.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. But it's fine though. Okay. I have my answer. So just so you know, after recovering from 0 HP, assuming this happens, you must pass a DC 12 con check or you'll roll and have a scar. So, okay. Yeah, Ingvar goes down, goes to Heronby.
4 versus 7. Not great odds. I'm probably leaning towards let them get away.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I have to interrupt you real quick because Ingvar, I was wrong. You actually do add your con modifier to the time. So what is your mod?
Okay, my con modifier is 2.
Okay.
You know, he got at least 2 rounds.
Yeah.
3 rounds.
All right. Ingvar is not unconscious on the ground. He's just kind of stomach through him, and he's like he's clearly up in that way. So if that gives you any indication of how many rounds they'll last, it's definitely more than 1.
Okay. I'm gonna move to shield him. Just put myself between him and any further spear chucks and hunker down behind my shield.
You can, if you're not aware of this, you can try to stabilize a downed character.
I am, but it's an intelligence roll.
Correct.
So That's not a me job.
Gotcha. Fair enough. Okay.
But yeah, I'll try and shield him so that if someone else comes in to stabilize, they don't get a spear in their back while they're doing it.
Nice. Oh yeah, by the way, it turns out the morale is in the combat section and they flee on a DC 15 wisdom check, not 12. But that's fine. You had a bonus earlier this session for Delgar. Sorry. Okay, so you're just gonna basically protect him. You're protecting Ingvar on the ground from shields, not damage. Great, cool. Varen, I know you're eating. What does Caius do?
Caius is going to provide cover in the form of and is going to push up to keep them running. Basically, he's going to prevent them from realizing that this might be a good time to charge back by charging them.
Okay.
And try and. Yeah, he's just going in with the hand axe.
Nice.
Now that he's dropped his now he's hucked a javelin at him, he pulls a hand axe out and goes at him.
I mean, I can't think of anything cooler than trying to break a shield wall with a hand axe. So go ahead, go at it.
And he's gonna hook that shield on an 18.
An 18 hooks the shield. Wow. Well done. That's the number you wanted. 2 damage to 1.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they're still up.
Yeah. And in that like split moment between when he hooks the shield to the side and sinks in the blade, he just says, "Cheap imitation."
Oh, you get a volley of spit and blood coming back at you.
I love it.
That is awesome, Baron. Cheap imitation. Okay.
Look, I may not be Legion, but Arcantus is still my empire.
Yeah. England is your city. I get it. Barrow?
We put on for the hometown.
Yeah. Or yeah, it's Barrow. What does Ingvar do?
Can he do anything?
Yeah, being unconscious. Okay.
He groans and tries to rip the spear out of his gut, but can't.
Yeah. Do more damage. You need someone to help you out.
I'm just going to say, you might all be expecting me to help him out, but I am not the smartest.
Yeah.
I've got a 12. That's it.
I think you might be the smartest, Caius.
Oh boy.
We're not the smartest bunch.
I'm assuming that you've got that wisdom sage going over there.
Yeah, exactly. Not wisdom. Is it a wisdom check to stabilize someone?
Is wisdom your spellcasting modifier?
So it does say in the death time rules, on each of the character's subsequent turns, that player rolls a d20. On a natural 20, the character rises with 1 hit point.
Ah, so there you go.
Yeah.
So let's try that, and if it doesn't work, I'll spend my luck point on this.
But yeah, by the way, like I've replaced a lot of the Arden Vul like stats of all the places and the monsters and things with, you know, that has kicked some of the Shadowdark rules that I also tried to remember at the same time out of my brain. I have limited RAM, so please call out when I make a rule changing, and we'll talk about it. Because also that with the house rules as well, it's, you know.
So I rolled a 2, which isn't a 20. I'm going to spend my luck point and roll that again. It is close. It's just a 0 off.
Your luck does persist between sessions, so if you wanted to, okay.
No, that didn't work either.
Not 3.
Hey, look,
it would have been awesome though.
If we've got about 17 more rounds, you'll eventually get there.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, you seem to be incrementally rolling to a 20.
In +1.
Yeah. All right, Malkin.
I will also provide cover. I'm going to charge with Caius and attack with my hand axe.
So cool.
Actually, I'm going to try to wrestle the shield away from the whichever beastman Caius did not just attack.
Okay, great. So let's get into a test of strength, right?
Not particularly strong, but 13.
12. All right. So you're not able to do any damage, right? But you use your hand axe to help try to pry open the shield for someone else. I will allow this will disable their +2 armor class they were getting from the Tetsudo formation. Because that's what you spent your turn trying to break it up. More shouts from the beastmen go out, being like they're trying to break our formation. Kalamanos, what do you do?
I'm going to try and stabilize Ingvar.
Nice.
I've got a -1 on this roll, so what's a DC?
It's 15.
How does this work? Okay.
DC
Right.
15? Oh, jeez.
I got 2.
2's not going to do it.
Stay with me, Ingvar! Stay with me!
You're just pushing the spear in deeper as you shake him.
Yeah, it's in deep. You're not sure if you need to press it all the way through or pull it out. Yeah.
Could I guess could the retainer try and stabilize him, or is the retainer just? Can Delgar try anything? No. Fine.
No, that's.
He just
Does
He's
Shadowdark
power.
have the help action?
Praying to whatever god you worship is a free action. But otherwise, no. All right, it will be their turn. I think we're gonna enter. I'm wondering if the guy who broke the formation is gonna try to shake you off. I think they're just gonna try to stab you instead. That's what I would do if I was a beast man in the rear guard. So, Hawken, you've definitely made it a target for the one in front of you. Caius, I think you're gonna be the second one, because you're the one who, because there's two personal, you have that personal rapport now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that was the deer one, and that means the other one, Hawken, is dealing with the that one.
Excellent. His head's gonna look great on my mantle.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go, Caius. Let's go with yours here. All right, they're gonna lash out with their. They're gonna draw their short spear because they threw their spear earlier, so they're gonna they're gonna draw their little short sword, like whatever they would be, like your Gladys or whatever it is. 12's probably not gonna do it.
Nope.
Yep. Rage unbalances them. And,
Caius is too fast for that.
Yeah. All right. Hawken. $15?
Hits.
Not great.
No.
For 1 damage.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah. The other two in the formation, let's see. They can't really help. They're kind of stuck behind their bros, right? And with the prisoners, they're trying to, like, I guess maybe the prisoners are trying to stop, so they're gonna have to spend their turns kind of like pushing them. It's really just like only the last two
Yeah,
to kind of do
I was
stuff.
going to say, are the prisoners trying to do anything?
Yeah,
Knowing that we're trying to help,
Yeah,
are they...
you can. Yeah, I think the two of us that are engaged in melee, you can see like the hope in the eyes of those in bondage, being like, get us out of here, like come on, like we're cheering for you. And yeah, so that would be my turn, except for more of like the cutscene stuff of people ordering, the sergeant asking, where are these fucking halflings? We give us our piece. You're look, once the halflings show up, you're gonna regret this. We have rapport. You have nothing, surface dwellers.
Okay. Haven't been, so their formation's broken at the moment.
Yeah, their armor class
Yes.
would be with their formation 18, but instead it's a 16.
That's still hard to hit, but
With enough rounds of combat, I don't mind always giving out the ACs like this.
yeah. Arden Vul will dart forward and join the other two and try and swing low while they swing high.
No. I don't think
Not enough space.
Not enough space for
Not for a little halfling. No. All right.
Nah, you still take up basically a 5-foot square more or less, and you can't really like
Hey,
shuffle
you can
between.
try transfix.
It's true. So you could
Okay.
take, yeah.
I'll give it a try.
Ranged. Yeah. Basically,
Well,
if the two other beastmen in the back can't attack, then you can't attack. It's like my thought.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Seems like
Okay. I'll try and transfix it.
Nice.
What does transfix do, by the way, exactly?
Lowers them not to a stupor, but like it definitely means they won't attack.
One off.
Ah, dude.
Dude, that's the second one that was one off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, no
You got a
luck.
luck point?
I'm just bad at rolls. Bad at dice. Oh well,
Bummer.
that's me.
Whew. Okay.
finish him, Caius. Come on.
All right, I'm gonna try and end this dude
Yeah.
that I'm on. And I'm gonna use a luck on that.
Nice. Yeah, I would say transfix would prevent them from attacking, but I feel like it would break their Tetsudo formation, but it wouldn't like they would still have
They're
their
not,
normal
like,
armor class.
completely
They're not helpless.
stupefied.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not stupefied.
Yeah. So that's a 20 to hit.
Ooh, yeah, for sure. Three?
Another 3 damage to that same guy.
Come on. Okay. One more hit of that, they're dead for sure. Yeah, they're slumping. The other guy's trying to cover for him, but he's also got Hawken like literally on his shield, like hacking at, trying to pull him away. They're not in the clear.
I'll roll another d20 for Ingvar, see if he can spontaneously recover. No. It's gone back down to 2.
Oh no!
You're going the wrong way.
maybe if you go the wrong way, you'll get to 20 faster, right? So if you go to 1, then to 20. So maybe you're only 2.
It's got to be how it works.
Yeah. All right. So that was the second round you were down.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe got one more.
Yeah. Hagen, you still have that formation broken. You can attack if you want.
Excellent. Yeah, Hawkins going to sort of ululate as he slashes with his hand axe at this creature's head.
Computer, define ululate.
Ugh. No.
No, they get their shield in the way again. You're just taking bits out of the shield.
I'm going to try and stabilize Ingvar again. Come on.
Yeah! Yeah!
Yes!
Yeah!
A natural 20. Oh, no, it wasn't natural 20.
No,
it was a natural 20.
No, it was natural 20.
Yeah. So you get some bonus hit points, right?
Yeah.
That's how it works.
All right. You rolled the maximum number of rounds to be stabilized, Ingvar, by the way.
Nice. He's just that strong.
All right. Can you make a DC 12 Constitution check for me as you recover?
Okay. $16.
All right. 16. You are groggy. You'll lose your next action, but that's good. You're not permanently losing anything.
Okay, so my backup at 1 hit point now.
Yeah, but you're at 1 hit point. Yep. So you can still move next turn, just you can't do an action.
Okay.
Nice. Well done, Kalmar.
Ingvar on 1 HP in a dream.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I have to roll a quick d6. Okay, it's a 6. That's when we hear the sounds of a bunch of horns from below and some bad Cockney accents.
Yeah.
Oi! What the hell's going on my stairs? Oi! Knock it off! Everyone stop! Parlay! Yeah, parlay. And you hear a couple other voices. Yeah, parlay, boys, parlay. Come on, lads. And he's gonna ask everybody. Yeah, so
Kaius just gives one last shove
Hi.
with the shield, but then steps back.
Yeah. Once yeah. Or do we agree to cease hostilities as a party?
I mean,
Yes.
I'm still like up, but yeah, I like full.
Hey, if you want access to my dungeon, everyone's gonna fucking knock it off. You know, like they're laying down the law right now. So you're in, this is our dungeon, and you're gonna play by our rules. This is our house, and they're gonna let you all in. So but as long as you don't fight. So the group. So are you gonna complain, or do you want to say anything? They're not gonna introduce themselves. They feel like they're above introductions.
They want us to come down. They want us to come down, do they?
Well, they're gonna ostensibly let the group of beastmen that you are attacking. They're gonna continue down.
So Kaius will just like if these guys clearly have like full control here, and the beastmen are like fully cowed by this, Kaius will actually put a weapon away and turn to one of them nearby and just say, "So, what pray tell are the rules?"
Well, first off, I want to know why the hell these guys are coming back here. It's a bit rude of them. But second of all, you're in the Plumthorn territory.
Plumthorn.
What is a plumthorn?
That rings a bell.
A dealer of death. Protector of the innocent. Lover of all. They say. Another voice says lover of all.
Love.
Lobotomist Plumthorn at your service. Like a third voice goes out, with a Jeremy Irons type expression.
Kaius just smiles and nods along, like, "Yes, this is good. I like this."
Yeah, we have 9 trained crossbows ready for the next asshole. Who's gonna come down these stairs and be rude. They are. Yeah.
Okay. Ingvar is
in their voice.
Ingvar's gonna say, well, if you protect the innocent, these beastmen have kidnapped this innocent, beautiful man.
Yeah, they should have fought back. Let them go. We have a deal with them. But normally that deal precludes them to go out the way they wanted to. Basically the halflings are kind of confused, being like they were supposed to go out through the top, and now they're not, and now it's like all hella confused. They're like, what the fuck? Basically, you get the impression from your all's point of view that they were leading the escorts to the stairs to go down that way, but then they got backtracked, so now they're like going back from the part where they came through, so now everyone's confused. So you could hear the halflings trying to like deal with the beastmen while also trying to talk to you right now, being like, they don't know, like, so strangers, you're granted our books right now, just hang on a second, I have to take care of our first customer. All right, there's a queue. Like, they're all right.
What the hell is this?
Yeah. All right, they're gonna, and so there's basically a combat round goes by as they're like, okay, just go out this way, like you're just mumbling, and they're like, all right, thank you. All right. Ooh.
So they're letting the beastmen through?
Yeah, they're letting the beastmen through. But now they're like, okay, which of you is your leader? We're not gonna hold it against you that you fought the beastmen. That's fine, whatever. But like, maybe
Kaius
you don't know.
Step up. Kaius just kind of like puts his, raises his shield.
Right.
I'm Caius Calvus.
Caius Calvus. Right. I'm Phlebotomus. That you hear the voice shout out again. Like they haven't revealed themselves.
He does the thing where he puts the shield in his main hand and offers his left.
Okay. How about I describe what it kind of looks like, what you're coming down to, right? Coming down the stairs.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are slowly descending down the stairs with your light sources into, let me give you the actual full size of this room. It's sort of like the deluge. What's the word for downstairs? What's it called? Is a good one.
Debouche. The debouchement room.
Yeah,
it's where the stairs debouche into.
Yes, is the room where the stairs debouche into. It is. It's rather large. 1 second. And it's going to be complicated. Coming down from the stairs, it is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's literally like 100 by 100 feet, like square.
So
is kind of what you're beginning to see, but amongst there is a bunch of like ruins of like trash or like almost like barricades sort of set up around, like if it was like a 16th century Parisian protest of like whatever they could get, old bits of furniture, some bits of scrap armor, barrels, whatever, metal corrugations, anything set up around, creating sort of this defensive perimeter / I don't know, this is a toll center as far as you all know, right? This is you get the impression these people have an operation. However, these people, if you could see them, would be the people in charge, but instead they continue to elude your sight. Unless you want to carefully inspect. They prefer to keep their distance, and ostensibly there's trained crossbows on anybody coming down these stairs. Forgive our discretion here, but until we know you, we don't want to reveal ourselves. You're not goblin.
What's the deal, Phlebotomus?
Oh.
What are these rules you talk about?
Oh, well, we'll get to the rules. Believe me. But right now, I want to know who you are. So I heard Caius Calvus. How many are you?
6 of us.
5.
5?
Oh yeah, 6.
Yeah.
There we go.
You don't smell like baboon blood. You don't look like you. What have you killed so far? Have you been here? I don't know. I don't recognize.
We've killed plenty.
Plenty.
Ghouls.
Ghouls, mostly.
Ah.
Baboons.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And we were about to get some beastmen who had taken someone captive.
Oh, were they dear to you?
No, they're a complete stranger.
They all laugh, and they're like, oh, whatever. Okay, fine. That's fine.
Caius also
keep your
laughs
discretions to yourselves. That's fine. Like, okay, that's your boyfriend, or that's your significant other. Okay, sure. All right. Yeah, fine. Imagine sticking your neck out for somebody. Did they pay you? Your parents pay? Were you paid to retrieve them at all?
No. Just to get the kindness of our hearts.
The kindness of your mate. Or do you know where you are? This is the kindness of your heart will get you killed down here.
Caius just shrugs and says, "Whiskins are a sentimental bunch."
Okay, all right.
They look out for each other.
Yeah. He recites something about like the skeins of battle are tied between both might and love, like a Whiskin Hamlet kind of Amleth kind of line, throws it out. That he basically is affirming he understands, right? It's a pithy good line. Just imagine what it is. So it's basically like 100 foot square, all those battlements around tactically. Essentially, there's 10 people hiding amongst these ruins in some organization and fashion with crossbows. Well, Caius and group, we need to come up with some sort of arrangement. Ghoul killers, baboon killers, possibly beastman slayers. Your resume is promising. I'll give you that. But the ability for us to call a parlay and maintain security at the bottom of this temple is not cheap. So we know that you have a good sword arm, bow arm, spells, whatever. We're going to need to come up with some sort of, I don't know, the arrangement for the price of the protection of this exit. So you can continue to adventure and explore in Arden Vul in peace, at least when you get to the stairs. Wouldn't it be nice? Yeah. Wouldn't it be nice the next time, 2, 3, 4 beastman patrols, baboons, ghouls, Krasnoratrex himself is chasing you down and you want to call for a parlay? We can provide you that service for a fee, a slight fee.
What are we talking?
Well, it would be a percentage, of course, of the take.
A bigger percentage.
Sounds like they want to share every time we come up.
Yeah. The going rate is about 30%.
30%.
30% of
You out of your
offline
mind?
use.
We'll be taking all the risks.
Oh.
I think we'll just make do without the parlay rights then.
Oh, then I'm afraid that we can't let you down here. Do you really want to be a persona non grata? You want the status of a baboon down here? No, we know people. We have access to resources. We don't have a gym. But, we do have a bar.
Mm.
Ain't that right, Ross Kelly? I
Seems like a classic extortion situation, my
Yeah.
friends.
He Caius kind of shrugs and says, "Well, so far the only treasure we had our eyes on has just walked down that stair. So
Right. Well,
I'm afraid that we're fresh out of coin to give you anything right now."
oh, you don't have a 25er for your friend? 25 gold? Come on, that's like a week at the inn. Based on,
Oh, you think we're down?
the rates up there.
Caius just laughs and says, "If we had that much money lying around, you think we'd be coming down here?"
Well, we do have the only access point to the dungeon. I'm afraid, darling, it's pay to play.
Well, we might take you up on that offer sometime in the future.
Yeah.
But not today, I don't think.
Right.
Yeah, you can.
Taking a glance at Ingvar and the clock.
All right.
Yeah, you've just blocked our entry fee.
Well, so be
Again,
it then.
gesturing to the stairs.
Well, yeah, have a good day, lads. And, and they're going to expect you all to go your separate ways then. As a deal has not been struck. So, until a deal or you initiate combat with this gang of halflings led by Phlebotomus Plumthorn, the access down through the Temple of Thoth is going to be off limits.
Okay.
So they want 25 gold entry fee and 30% of anything you pull out of the dungeon.
Yep.
Very rich.
You couldn't, yeah. Now, if you were in a position to negotiate, perhaps they could be arranged. But frankly, you don't have any leverage, and their leverage is a bunch of crossbows.
Yeah, we shouldn't be coming to any sort of arrangement right now.
No.
But we should definitely fall back.
Yeah.
Have a rethink.
Yeah, let's head back to the inn.
Also, I've got this marble arm in a backpack.
It's true. And also, it's about the end of the session.
And it's about the end of the session as well.
So.
Yeah, the timing on this kind of worked out.
Yeah. All right. So big old nope to Phlebotomus Plumthorn and the Halfling gang.
Caius is immediately doing the math on how many people he needs in order to take on 10 crossbowmen.
Yeah. Now there is a bit of slightly pornographic graffiti on the stairs on the top of the the Temple of Thoth on the way down towards the Inn of the Broken Head. That maybe starts to make more sense from the first session.
Yeah, it's all coming together. These are the security specialists that Estelle told us about at the inn, right?
Yeah. So, not great. But there's no encounters on the way back, and you also don't have to roll for the danger. So let's talk about some experience and treasure. So combat, you definitely defeated 3 ghouls. I believe I'm gonna have to do the math here. I think that's using OSE combat. That's based on the hit dice. Base XP. Yeah, okay. So that's 60 divided by 5.5. That's I'll round it up because I'm generous. That's 11 experience, everybody.
Yes.
Nice.
All right. The bit of the statue that you found. So you selling it at the Inn of the Broken Head. There are some antiquities merchants here. They're willing to take a look at it, and they tell you that this is part of the statue of this out of the city out here. Are you sure you want to part with it? Because I can. This is basically, to me, this is basically raw. This is going to be. I'm gonna have to bring this bit back and either turn to a bowl or a vase or something. It's nobody wants a big old left arm.
Well,
feels like it's a collect the pieces situation.
Yeah.
I'll give you 400 for it.
I would say we should hold on to it, except I don't know where we're going to store it.
Someone's gonna have to carry it.
We could put it
back
where we could put it back where we found it, because it
probably
it didn't look like people went through there very very often, except maybe those 3 people got turned into ghouls.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, my vote is to hold on to it, but if the majority of the group want to flog it, then that's up to them.
Look, if they had,
I'll go with that.
It was saying, look, if you had more parts, it would be worth more because we could maybe kind of reconstruct it or something and sell it that way. But just an arm itself is not going to be worth a lot. The marble's great, look at the handiwork here, but
is there a place that we can negotiate for storage here in the inn?
No. It would be your negotiation for storage is that the fact that people don't rob you. You just keep it on your person. Is what I'm providing here. No. You can't I just straight you guys can't afford private rooms. The 2 private rooms that are here. That's just out of the question for the time being. There are private rooms, but they would be 10 gold a day. So once you have a significant magic money haul, we can talk about that kind of setup. But for the time being,
Yeah.
you all are in the doldrums.
We can carry it for the moment. If we need to hide it, as Ingvar suggested, we can take it back to where we found it, bury it there.
Yeah.
I think that's the right thing to do. But
I'm also cognizant of the time, so perhaps just by de facto, it'll be held onto as we decide out of game what to do with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind retroactively declaring something as well if we come to it in chat. It's only just because it's late and we just finished playing. So.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Great.
Cool.